Is there anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? That's a song, right?
Yeah, Pink Floyd, man. Hello,
That's
hello,
my
hello.
singing voice.
It's a
Is it
mighty
Pink
fine
Floyd
line.
that does the? I always say this to my kid because she always wants to skip her meal and eat the fruit or whatever. So I'm always like, "How
You
can you
can't
have
you,
your pudding? You
you
haven't had
can't have
your
your
meat."
pudding if you don't eat your meat. That's the Wall.
What is it? That's not Pink Floyd.
No, it is the Wall. Pink Floyd, the Wall.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. A brick in the wall. Yeah, that's right.
It
I'm
says
not
we
a
have.
very musically versed person. I never really got into music. Everybody else around me always did. Always had like iPods full of fucking music, and
I'm I'm a
I
I'm a
I just
music
never
man.
did it. I would just throw the radio on, whatever the fuck was on, I'd listen to. And since I've gotten into knives and knife stuff and YouTube, I kind of just do that in the car. I
Yeah,
literally just put the phone right up on
no,
the
I do.
dash and watch it while I drive.
I do the same thing, man.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
hey,
YouTube Premium, but so sometimes I'll turn it off and just listen. But
here
um,
they're coming. What's up,
what's up,
brother
people?
Frank? What's
What's
going
going
on?
on? Hawaii,
Hey, Andrew. What's up,
what's up,
buddy?
dude?
What's
What's up?
happening, brah?
Didn't he send you a Swiss Army knife or something?
He did. I got one of his where is it? My knives
Hi,
are all over the
crusties up
place right
the
now. Yeah,
ass
I just got that bad boy from him.
Oh,
It's
that's
got
dope.
the koa wood that he
So,
did with the abalone
man,
inlays.
what is abalone?
It's a shell,
All
like
right,
a
so it's not a wood; it's a shell. It's like a clam
yeah,
shell or something.
abalone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but it's like a I don't know, it's a clam ish type thing. Like it's a what is that? A crustacean? So yeah. Uh
Boxes of
oh.
tapes and CDs. You mean how you ever?
Hey
What's
hey,
up?
Hey, VT, you
Mark
could
Happening,
change the
guys?
Alexay,
form. You could change the format
Josh.
so it makes us the squares. Nope, one more over. There you go. It's a
Boom
little better.
shakalaka.
Okay, now I don't feel.
Um, so I kind of grew up in a transition. So I'm 33, right? And when I was a kid, it was cassettes.
Mollusk.
And then as I got older, it was CDs. And then as I got older, it was iPod, MP3. And then it was streaming. So I've gone through like 4 phases just in like 15 or 20 years.
Right.
Same with TV. Like we went from watching
Okay.
VHS to DVD to Blu-ray right to streaming. It's the same kind of thing. It's a mollusk,
The
actually. Interesting.
mollusk. No, I hear you, man. And actually I listen to more no, I shouldn't say more records, but I listen to a lot of LPs still.
I
Some
wish
old
A
that
lot of vinyl.
StreamYard would let you blow the screen up to
I
like
know.
just big enough to still
Just
see the chat, but like
right.
it makes it to where you either have no chat or this little square.
Right. I no, I
Yeah,
You
it's
have to
yeah,
have a
that
separate screen for the chat or something, but then you got to worry about all this shit. LimeWire, I remember LimeWire, Napster.
yeah. I downloaded a lot of shit
Um,
off LimeWire.
what was the one that I used to have? You would download porn on there too.
Mixer. And fucking-
I forget what it was called.
I've never
Those were the days.
I've never been into downloading shit like that.
What music?
Yeah.
I never really was either, but I remember Napster and
Yeah,
whatever.
of
Napster. Yep.
course. Of
Yeah,
course.
but then came Pornhub, and then you never needed that kind of shit anymore. You know what I mean? I
That's what's
forget
still
the name of the one that I'm thinking of. What was that thing? Maybe it was LimeWire. The BitTorrent. I think maybe might be one of them.
Big
yeah.
torrent. Torrent.
I don't remember. It's LimeWire. Yeah, like I used it a few times. Like I said, I downloaded porn a couple times, I think,
You think, Josh?
and
Yeah, they had a
not
pretty
really
good run.
music though. But that's the thing for me with music. It's not that I don't like it; it's that I don't want to decide what I'm listening to. So, like
Yeah, I
for
always
me,
put it
I'd
on
rather
shuffle.
I'd rather just put on the radio. Like I used to have Sirius XM before it was like $800 for a month. And I could just put on a station like 90s or 80s and it would just play some shit. And then it's cool. You're like, oh, this song. But like if I have to choose, it's just like, and then you're playing the same artist, you're playing the whole album, and it's like I get bored of that. And then my phone, it's like clockwork. I do have some music on my phone. Soon as it connects to the car, if I don't have a YouTube video on, it starts playing the fucking Beatles. Like it always chooses the Beatles one album that I have. Or it plays there's this free Apple Music gave you a free U2 album that is absolute trash.
Yeah.
And you like can't delete it. So like it randomly just comes on in the car and I'm like, not this fucking U2 again. I'm not a U2 fan. So.
Hey, I'm not a fan of U2 either.
What's up, y'all? Drinking pocket checks. I gotta
come on, dude. You guys totally missed that fucking joke. That was a dope joke. I said I'm not a fan of U2 either. U2 douche. Come on. Fucking
I thought he said YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, gotcha.
Fucking
Sorry.
joke grenade.
YouTube.
Took it a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
YouTube.
wired,
What do you
right?
mean, man? YouTube made some great music
Yeah.
It's like midnight out here, man.
back in the fucking 80s.
Right.
I got Dr. Pepper cream soda to keep me awake. I'm trying to do a month of no drinking.
That's what you said. I got some Shilling
alcohol. That is.
This is some Shilling
Just
hard
not gonna
cider.
drink for a month. No water.
No liquids.
And then pocket check. I have a production variant because my custom is right here. I broke the clip off of my clip slip today because I do weird shit somehow. Getting out of my truck, I just heard a click, click. Like,
oh no!
I turn around, and I see the clip snapped off of the clip slip, and it's just laying on the thing in my truck. And I'm like, how did I do that?
Did your seatbelt catch it or what?
No, I didn't. That happened to me yesterday. The seatbelt caught it and took it out of my pocket. So I didn't wear the seatbelt today. And I don't know what it caught on, but he's sending me one with an ulti clip that hopefully will not come out of my pocket. Because I figure for a clip slip, that's fine. Because the knife comes out, not the whole thing.
Right.
So it's fine. I'm cool with the ulti clip. And I think Lancelot Leather is going to
I was just going to ask you if Joe could
too.
make something.
Yeah, I'll send it to him at some point.
Yeah,
but anyway, I had the production variant. I'm rocking my Knife Modders modded Aloni Goat version 2. This thing is fantastic. I got it back, and the action was like, what the fuck happened to this thing? And I take it apart. The Gillians were freaking seized up, so I put skiffs in, and this thing is absolute just butter
seized
now.
Up?
Yeah, like the bearings just would, like they got stuck in the cage or whatever.
Huh.
It has happened a few times. I literally just sent him. He's like, that shouldn't happen. Like it doesn't happen often or at all. He's like, just send them back. I'll send you new ones. I had to send him 3 sets because I have 3 that were seized up. Now, I've bought like 50 sets off them, so 3 out of 50 is not bad. And then I had the Roosevelt as well, just
nice
to flex it a little bit today. This thing's butter after he tuned it up. It's like stupid drop shutty or shake shut. Sorry, I almost broke my own rule there.
Whoa, rule breaking. Fucking rule breaking.
But yeah, I got that. And then, of course, I got the Ion, the Dapper, and I got the awesome laser engraved Fulcrum. And last but not least, then I'll shut up, sorry, is the Dwight Hank from Issuing Stitches.
The Dwayne?
The Dwayne, yeah. The Dwayne Hank. I don't know why I fucking said Dwayne in my unboxing. So that's me. What do you guys got?
What do you got, Thrasher?
Today is Carbon Fiber Friday for me after work, so but I am carrying a whole bunch of shit actually. So I was carrying the POD Leon Ma.
Oh, were you?
I just love this knife.
An excellent knife.
And then I was also carrying the Forest.
Yeah, mine's
I
on
like
loan. I miss
Forest
it.
Brick.
And then fucking because I have it, so I have to carry it. That's a fucking EXO. It's
I hate
definitely
that
not
thing.
I got one.
not my kind of
I
You
knife.
like it?
No. I think it's.
It's
I mean,
dumb, right?
I think the materials are good. I think it's sharp. I think it's usable, but I don't see the purpose. Like
It's fun for like 4 minutes, right?
yeah,
Right.
maybe the first couple of times.
Yeah. You get it, and you're like, oh, cool. Like, and then you're like,
mean,
oh, this is.
I think Jamie loves knives. He did a great job on the Anno and the die job for the micarta. It looks good.
Oh, that's the one I
think
had
the
then.
build quality
Okay.
is good. Yeah,
I sent it to JB,
Yeah.
and then he sent it to you.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
JB sent it to me. Yep.
Jamie's
And
a
then,
good dude.
Yeah, he is. I like him, man. He's cool.
Hey, knife nerd, what's up, John? Sorry, I don't know why I
And
just.
then I've been carrying this cheap ass petrified fish.
Uh-oh. We're losing you, Thrasher.
Trailer Wi-Fi's sucking.
No, I'm
ass
not on
again.
Wi-Fi anymore, bro. It might be my kid.
Oh, okay.
Your kid's gaming?
Yeah.
Is your kid?
I
on the roof
get
controlling the
1
signal?
gig down, but he's like fucking competition gaming and shit in there.
Oh.
What's your bit or your megabytes per second or whatever the fuck it is?
I get 1 gig down, 1 gig up.
That's
1 gig.
That
so
should not
1,000 megabytes.
That should not be an issue then.
Well, it is when you got your Netflix, for my mom and dad are fucking on their tablets and shit. Yeah, I'm cutting out, right?
Yeah,
mine's at like 520 right now.
I'll fix
it or whatever.
All right, Thrasher, I'll come back. We'll put you back when you come back, Thrasher.
Was he gonna go yell at people?
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, he just bounced. I've been carrying I just got in the 332 or
Collins design, yeah.
Yeah, so after I carried that and I carried the Royale with cheese. Yeah, I've been carrying both of these, and for now I didn't get too many budget knives over the last little while. These two are really dope, man. I'm digging. I know you're working with them. I like his design language, so I've been carrying those, and then I've been.
Oh, that's good.
What else? What else I got?
You're gonna like our designs then.
Yeah, you already know that. And then my Hank is the acid drop from Shank's EDC.
Oh, nice.
I love that thing.
There's so many Hank companies I don't even know of. It's crazy.
I know. And then I too am carrying the Dapper. I love this thing, man.
That thing's just it's just like so lightweight, small yet powerful enough. I use it all the fucking time. It's incredible.
And it quick charges too, man.
Yeah, it charges fast.
The only thing I don't like is the access to the charger. I wish that there was some bigger, better, like little nub to pull it up.
But you can't get it. I can get it pretty easy right there.
Yeah, I struggle with mine, but still,
did you see sausages?
Yeah, I got big old fucking sausage fingers. Did you see? I did the review on this out in the woods. Yeah, it was legit. It works great, man. And then I think what else did I have? Oh, I had my pen on me too.
It has a magnet, by the way, everybody.
Does it have a magnet on it? But that said, so that's what I carried today, but I got home and I spotted my Roxy 3 and I haven't been able to put this thing down all night.
Yeah, it's a good one. I sent mine to Jared, so I don't have it.
I think I put this number 6 on my top 10.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. That was a tough list, but I love this thing more and more and more. And it's made me want to get more TKT, more Todd Knife and Tools. So I got that Best Tech Shoten. I ordered that.
I would not expect it to be as good though, just because it's Best Tech. But
yeah, I know. But
you never know. Could get a good one.
Right. But
D10.
I'm really crushing on some Todd Knife and Tool lately.
Yeah, I mean that design is just it's really good. I'd like to try the 4 just to try it
So I'm trying to work it out with me and Grumpy Grunt are gonna trade some knives back and forth, and he's gonna send me his Roxy 4.
He has a 4?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let me know what you think.
And he's got the I don't know if there was multiple variants, but he's got the tiger stripe or whatever.
Do you want to talk about? Hey, what's up, BT?
Oh, just fucking bullshit.
Just doing hell. Get up your Call of Duty, you little bastard.
Oh, fucking kidding. Well, my parents are here for a week, man. So
parents sucking up the internet.
Yeah, my mom and dad playing their fucking games on the tablet.
Oh man, I swear every person over 60 is on their tablet playing fucking slots. Like
slot machines. Yeah.
You should see my grandma, dude. She's 94. She has a tablet. Every time I go there, I have to clear it because it's just filled with game upon game upon. She just downloads new ones all the time. Yeah. It's so weird. But like, she can't remember my name. Like, I got this fucking piece of shit today.
I saw your reel.
I want to know. I have to know, man. What drove you to the aspect of wanting to even get that?
So he could do exactly what he did.
No, so I wanted to give the Elementum a fair shake.
I'm telling you, the best Elementum is going to be the cheapest fucking one because it's a liner lock one, and it was just the original design. That fucking frame locks.
Hey, what's up, Ken?
I can't. I had no drive to get that fucking.
I had an ebony wood D2 one when they first came out years ago, and it would fail like instantly. Like it just had a shitty detent. The action sucked, and I returned it to like Amazon or Blade HQ or whatever. It was way back before I was really like into the community, and then the button lock came out earlier last year, and I shat on that. And I just wanted to give it a fair shake. So I was like, I'm going to get one. I'm going to do the review. And I'm going to see, like, is it really the perfect EDC for everybody, whatever. So I get it. I unbox it today, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, it's boring. It's dumb. They couldn't even take the time to recess the clip. It feels like a steel frame lock. Like it almost feels like that perf I was showing off last night from Ian.
Yeah.
This lock bar is so stiff. It's like a Medford. It drops to like there if you have the fucking thumb strength of Hulk Hogan, and then you gotta like shake the shit out of it. It has a snappy detent. I gotta give it that, and it shaves hair. I shaved hair in my disassembly.
Yeah. I mean, I had that mini Elementum. That was a frame lock, and it had a great detent. I mean,
yeah,
for being a frame lock.
But I unboxed it. I did a first impressions and disassembly about 3 hours later, and I'm actively trying to get rid of this. I might have a trade with somebody. I'm trying to get a lefty Chris Reeve. And I have a buddy who might be interested in this. So I'll post it up for sale if he doesn't take it.
So I don't mind the Elementum.
It's a knife.
I got Flytanium scales for this.
That's probably better. Liner lock with
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, look, I took a $50 knife and put $70 scales on it.
Yeah, but I mean that's honestly
that's
no different than taking your guys' Demco $150 knife
D2 coated,
putting $100 scales on it.
No, that's good point. Good point. Ken, the D10 is awesome on this one. It's really good. It's almost too good though because that's why the lock bar is so goddamn stiff. It just bothers me. Like it's $175, right?
Right.
It's too much.
They
They could
couldn't
have done more
give
with
me
it.
a milled clip. Like just what happened to the days of having a milled clip that matches the fucking knife?
It is.
Or
Is
even
it a
that
titanium
simple
clip?
milled clip would have worked.
Is it still titanium clip though, or no?
Yeah, I tested. I was trying to pick it up with the magnet earlier. It's
It's
titanium.
titanium, but it's
But it's the same
not a
budget.
3D mill
Like,
clip.
look, here's the Stevie Perf piece of shit knife. Okay, I can't believe that they made this knife. Like, it's literally hot gas station garbage. But look at the clip.
Done, Andrew.
Yeah,
It's the same
it's
clip.
the same design.
It just has a hole in the middle there instead of not. But it's literally the same.
That's their normal
clip.
deep carry clip. That's probably the same style clip that's on his Elementum. Just his is steel.
Yeah, I mean, they no effort was put into this knife is what bothers me about it.
No, they already
Right.
had the
No.
design.
This was a money grab.
That was it's a total money grab. And I
It
mean,
is thin though,
100%.
and it cuts. I mean, it's good cut. They didn't even do the hollow grind on it. Like,
They
that's
didn't do a hollow
Marco, you
grind?
won the Rosie.
what?
Marco just said he can't put the Rosie down. I forgot he won that last year. He won
he
the
won one,
what you
yeah.
call it?
On the edge, yeah. He won while we
on
were
the edge.
live. Yeah, the Rosie is a special knife, and the fact that he got one for whatever
$550?
$800 or
No,
something.
it was like $550.
Yeah, it depends on which one he.
I paid
Yeah.
$1,100 for this, and I would pay it again. So,
I've been trying to think about what I'm gonna buy at Blade Show, what I want to start trying to save for. And I'm thinking a Rosie, but I'm thinking that's going to be the longest fucking line and longest wait. And
yeah, I think the Rosie is one of those knives where it's like if you get the chance to get one, you just pony up and deal with it later. Like,
right.
Don't save up for a Rosie because you never know when it's going to happen.
680.
Man, I don't even know what to save for. I'm just saving.
Oh well, yeah. That's what I'm doing.
It's gonna take cash and.
Yeah, I mean, what you want to do, what I did before Blade Show was I did a pretty big sale.
Yeah,
I sold like $3,000 worth of knives before I went, and then I spent like $1,500 while I was there.
I get a lot of fucking.
I also figure I'm gonna just start socking away so. I allow myself. I won't disclose my knife budget. But I should have. I'm just not going to buy a couple of knives for the next 4 or 5 months, and I'll have enough saved up or set aside dedicated to picking up something special.
Not me. I got to spend a bunch of money going to a wedding and fucking.
I just don't have anything on my list that's like I'm going to get it at Blade Show. I feel like I can get it anyway. So like the stuff I'm going to get at Blade Show is like random stuff I didn't know about beforehand.
Yeah, that's what I'm
right. But all right, but do you think you know more about the community going into this Blade Show than you did last Blade Show? So do you think? Right. So, I think to some people, there's probably still going to, be a lot of good stuff. You're spoiled.
I know. I'm just saying I'm not going to walk up to a table and be like, oh, I've never heard of this. Sure. That looks amazing. Like, I'm going to already have had it on my radar and, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be the stuff that you can only get at Blade Show that I'll want. Like, last year it was the 20.5s were only at Blade Show. What else did I buy there? I bought a Sumo. I bought a Liangma.
I'm hoping I might be able
duty. Like, I don't know.
I'm hoping I don't know who's going to be there yet, but I'm hoping that Ferrum Forge brings some Maker's Marks 3.0.
They weren't there last year.
No,
like nobody was there. It was weird. So hopefully this year's better. But I feel like Ferrum Forge would probably come to Blade Show West.
Right?
For sure, since they're there. Yeah.
Dang. Hey, Stevie,
Dude.
I got to stop checking eBay knife sales. I am now waiting for 13 knives, 4 Civivis, 3
Who
Harns,
shops on
2
eBay for
Keystone.
knives? That's so weird.
Yeah, I was gonna get ready to say who.
That's the last place I'll
Yeah,
look
man,
for
who-
knives.
You can get some good stuff on there, man. I mean, look, also, you know,
Yeah, no, that's cool. I just
a lot of online retailers also sell on eBay and
Oh,
Amazon.
yeah, of course they do.
Like I bought,
Another sales spots.
I forget what I bought last year off of Amazon, and it came from White Mountain Knives. So even if you want,
I'm just thinking. Usually, eBay. If somebody goes to eBay and look at, I'm just in my mind, somebody goes to eBay, they're looking for something. I don't know, like a Rosie,
Matt?
for instance,
What up,
or
Acid
fucking
Test? Hey, what up, Ian G?
uh,
Dude, Ian, was that
not
you that had
Civivis.
the Arius out tonight at dinner?
yeah, he was balling out with the
You were
Arius.
balling out with your Arius.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to pull out the perf, I guess. For
right.
Which
Which the
I mean,
perf
it's
is
definitely a better dinner knife, right? The perf.
is just an upgraded Gerber paraframe, man.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Upgraded?
Well, right? I mean, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. If it's upgraded.
I think I got the wingman centered today. I took it apart again and I flipped the bearings over so they face the other way, and I guess the knife likes to be facing that way. So, but I'm letting it Loctite, so I don't want to mess with it.
I'm all fucked up here.
The clip moves though. I don't like that shit at all.
Like wiggle moves or moves?
Dude,
It like wiggles a little bit. It's because there's only one screw, but it's
screw.
held in a pocket, so it should be better. I should probably maybe recheck positioning on it.
Look at that bad boy.
Is that the perf version 1?
Paraframe.
This is the Gerber paraframe serrated.
Nice.
This thing is probably.
It's your turn to show your ugly ass knives.
This thing is probably at least 10 years old. Got this at a.
That's the second most sexual thing Kev said all day.
All day. It's your turn to show your knives. I guess that's sexual.
I say shit like that all the time, so who knows? Douche chat live.
Yeah.
We just need Chris in here.
He's been.
You guys want to see the cool knife from last night?
Oh yeah, that is actually
awesome,
pretty dope, dude.
That's fucking awesome, man.
The American Eagle motorcycle.
Nothing says American more than that right there.
I'm not gonna lie, this grip is comfortable.
On a fucking motorcycle with a blade.
It does look like it have legit ergos, though.
This grip is comfortable. Like it's got a nice choil. I mean, too bad it's not sharp or anything, but
that is true.
At least it has a hole for deployment. Oh, something came out of there. Oh,
yeah, God. I guess if you're going for discontinued stuff, eBay's a good place to live.
Well,
a lot of people shop on eBay. I just thought it was weird that he had like 14 knives coming from eBay.
Yeah, 14. Well, I thought it was kind of weird that they were like Civivis and shit.
I was looking for shit to buy today, and there was nothing. I mean, the only thing I bought today was the Plexus box.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you get one?
I bought it too. Yep.
Yeah. So at first, all right. So if nobody knows, Arcane Design and Elijah collaborated on a design, and the way they're selling it basically is they've already ordered the knife. I think they've ordered a run of it or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And they're gonna do pre-orders, but the way to pre-order is you have to buy this mystery box. Not really a mystery box. It's $30, 33 with shipping, and you basically get like a shirt. You get some merch related to the knife that'll be worth at least $40. So you get your money back there.
Yeah.
And then does it say add to cart? Yeah. And then you also get a $25 discount on the pre-order of the knife. So it's going to be $400 to pre-order this knife.
Yeah. So I know we were all talking about it a little bit. I think it's a cool idea that they're trying out. You know, it's going to be the funkiest looking knife. I gotta imagine.
But if you don't like the knife, you still got your
you get a
money's
shirt.
worth.
Yeah, you get a shirt. You get some swag. It's worth it.
To me, it's not
you don't have to order the knife.
What people were worried about, and I got this a lot from my post because I posted and was like, "Get one, whatever." Because at first I was like, "This is dumb. Like, I'm not doing that. I can't even see the design before I do." And this is the only way to pre-order the knife, by the way. If you don't get the box, you can't pre-order.
Yeah, you can't pre-order, but they did.
Yeah, you can wait till the knife comes out and then buy it. They're gonna order like 300 or 400 or whatever, and they're only gonna get 100 pre-orders. So there's gonna be plenty available when it comes out, but you won't know what it looks like until then, unless I show you, what I have. I don't know how they're gonna do that because aren't people just gonna like
post
share it?
Right.
It does.
They have to have like a card that explodes or something.
Right.
Maybe it'll be like a key code to a website that's only like you can only see it for 2 minutes, but then you can screenshot. Anyway, my point is at first I was like, this is dumb. I'm not doing it. Like, whatever. But then I realized like these are two guys who have a very unique design language.
Right.
They came together and made a probably very unique design.
Right.
Oh, it's
and they
gonna
wanted
be
to
crazy.
do something different with that and make it an experience. This isn't like they're testing this out so that they can do this with every drop of a knife. I don't think it's like now Vero's going to start doing this. Like, it's just for this knife that they're doing this. And I think that's kind of cool. So I sat back after being like initially like, fuck this. And I was like, you know what? This is kind of cool. And I kind of want in on it. Like,
yeah.
And my FOMO kicked in and then I bought one. So that's where I'm at with it. I think it's a cool idea. Yes. If in 3 months his next design drops and he does it again, I'm going to start getting pissed. But if it's just for the knives with Isham or whatever, and they're having a little fun with this because they don't need to sell a bunch of pre-orders, they're going to sell them when they come out. So they're just doing this to kind of make it fun for people. And that's cool. Like,
so I got the Necronaut the day it came in, the day that they announced the Plexus, and I said something about it in my unboxing
dude
review.
Is a little douchey.
Yeah,
I am douchey, man. Thank you very much. WMK sells on eBay. Can you use my code on eBay? Like, would it work? Could you put my Lefty 10 code in on eBay?
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I didn't know they
Andrew,
sell on
I
eBay,
sent you the
though.
link. Andrew, I sent you the link in your to Instagram, by the way. If and whenever you want to hop on.
I want an Abyss when they come out. About the only arcane I'm interested in. I could see that for sure. The full price rank is $425, I think.
So, I really wanted the crawler. Never got in on the crawler.
That's the best knife he's made so far.
And then I saw the Necronaut V2, and I wouldn't typically. This isn't something it's really up my alley, but I am getting a little bit more adventurous in my
Yeah, that's what happens.
And I definitely want to. I'm all about supporting local anything, and he's Israel's a Seattle dude, so I was like, it adds up. But the Abyss, I definitely want the Abyss. I purposely did not pre-order it, knowing that I'd get it on a drop. I can wait.
Probably, yeah. His knives.
I can wait another 2 weeks for it
because of how unique they are. You usually can get them later.
Right.
They don't sell out like crazy. I don't think the Abyss pre-order went as well as.
Yeah, it was up there for a little while. But
most of the crawler was awesome. I had 2 of them. Really liked the knife. I just
Javon.
The clips are always
Yep,
where it
Javon.
loses me, and I end up not wanting to carry it because it's so thin up at that end of the handle and the
It
clip,
is.
and then a lot
It
sticking
is.
out, and I don't know.
Yeah. But it does. It carries okay for me. I don't mind it.
It's definitely a cool knife for sure.
It's again. I think that is where my purchases are going to be going this year. Is more towards a little bit more on the funky side, just to get them in and check them out.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you find yourself just buying stuff to review it. It's weird,
dude,
It is.
have you guys seen what John did to his antimatter? See if I can pull that up.
I don't think I have.
And that was the weird thing. I was watching this live stream with Arcane and Isham,
Yeah,
and they were talking right in the beginning of it. They were like, this is so cool. Like, people should do more of these collaborations. Like, I haven't seen anybody really doing this." And I'm like, "You just did it with something of Seaco."
right.
Like, it was sort of weird to me that like that didn't cross their minds. But anyway,
I'm going to show off.
and Giant Mouse is kind of a big example of that too.
Right. I'm going to show you guys what John did. So John got a.
Fuck.
First off, everybody go.
Oh,
I put it in the chat a
that's
couple times.
I
Go
did
sub
see
to
this.
Knife Nerd Reviews. He's giving away an awesome customized Miguron. But this is what he did to his antimatter.
Yeah, that's right. I did see
He's
this.
been working. He worked endlessly.
Oh,
on it.
Polished
fuck.
blade. Yeah, it's badass.
So wait, is that DLC and then
It was.
mirrored?
It was.
Yeah, he mirrored.
That's like a
polished the blade.
Rockstead finish.
I mean, I got to see it pretty much every step of the way in the chat that me and him and Frank
The
have
action's
going on.
a lot better than the one I handled too.
Oh yeah, he tuned it and it's nuts, man. But yeah, and I think John, correct me if I'm wrong, he ended up redoing it too.
Can we see your ugly mug? No.
But
No face reveal.
is it if there is a John, did you post a picture of it before?
Nice cat, by the way.
No, I don't have.
I think he
I
did
don't.
on Facebook.
But yeah, John.
No,
fucking-
Ian, it's Best Tech, the Plexus. That also was not the greatest news to hear. It's not Riot. It's $425 and it's made by Best Tech. That's
okay. I didn't
scary.
catch that. It is Best Tech, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I didn't catch that.
Is it going to be an integral? Maybe I don't know. It's crazy.
Staff
to me,
sergeant, he was asking all sorts of shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out when we get the box. We can all talk about it.
Yeah.
But
I ordered mine today. I don't know when you guys got yours.
Well, they dropped today, so
yeah, they dropped today.
I ordered it when I got home.
But yeah, no, yeah, Arcane's got some.
Fucking
Yeah,
lighting that fucker up.
What's up, douches? What's up, Lewis? Steve? It's going to be a spaceship.
yeah, right.
Ouch, 425 Best Tech. Yeah, I know, man. It's tricky.
And it's going to be, I mean, look, between what?
I'd say that Arcane has dialed Best Tech in the best out of anybody. Bureaus have been good, but like, I don't know. There's the issues with the pivots walking and that kind of stuff. You don't really see that with the Arcane now. You Loctite them and they stay. Probably because he coats the hardware on all of them.
What other Arcane are Best Tech?
The Crawler, the Necronauts, everything except for the
Abyss,
Antimatter
right?
is Riot and the Abyss is Riot.
Right. Oh, hey, we got Andrew in the house. What up, brother?
Yo, what up?
What's happening?
How you doing,
Can you guys
man?
hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear, brother.
All right, good deal. Some earbuds work.
How you doing tonight, man?
How you guys doing tonight?
Chilling.
Actually, just came home from work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
How far? So it's been a minute since I've been out to Hawaii. How far ahead are you on
I've
time
never
on out?
been there. He's behind
It
us.
changes. Well, it changes because we don't do daylight savings.
Ah, right. Okay.
We don't believe in that. So I don't know. It's usually either 2 or 3 hours to the west coast.
Right. Okay. So like Arizona.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Actually,
you're like, so for you it's like 6 o'clock, right?
It's actually 7 right now.
7.
7?
Okay.
Quarter after
Yeah,
7.
something like that. Okay. Yeah, for me it's midnight. So.
Oh shit. Where are you at again?
Pennsylvania.
Where in Pennsylvania? That's where I grew up.
Okay. Outside of Philly.
Okay.
Where are you from? The other side?
No, I grew up outside of Philly too, but you keep going too far, you hit Amish country.
Yeah, Lancaster.
Lancaster?
Is that where you lived, Lancaster?
No, I was kind of in between. I was actually a little past Downingtown. I grew up near Morgantown.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Montgomery County. So it's
Okay.
pretty close.
Yeah, not far.
Do you guys know where?
That's funny.
You know where Wallingford is?
Yeah, that's where Joe lives.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
went
my buddy Joe.
I went to Nether Providence Elementary.
Wait, you grew up in Pennsylvania?
I lived there for 2 years as a kid. My grandparents lived there. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so weird.
Yep. Wallingford, Pennsylvania, right on right. If I don't know if you know that area, but
Delco. Yeah.
But Nether Providence Elementary, we lived on the outskirts of the school, right there, like on the field and shit.
I've never heard of that school, but there's a million elementary schools, so
many little towns in Philly for Pennsylvania for sure.
Yeah. What about you, BT? Where in Pennsylvania are you from?
No.
All right.
Pennsylvania.
3 out of 4 is fine.
Idaho. That's where I'm from.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Idaho's nice.
What brought you out to Hawaii from out there?
Pure luck.
Pure luck.
Yeah, just pure luck. Really, I was living in San Diego for 4 years before this, and
that's right.
My ex had an opportunity to relocate out to here, and we just did it, man. I had never even been here. We came sight unseen, and with a month heads up, we're like, all right, shit, we're moving to Hawaii.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, it was a smart move for sure.
Yeah, no.
I left California right when the bottom dropped out of the economy in 2008, and it was, out here we're about 4 years behind everything, so it ended up working out all right.
Repping Philly. Yeah, Lewis is from King of Prussia.
Right.
Oh, nice.
I live an hour and a half from Lancaster, 2 hours from Lefty. That's G-ball. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this area.
I've gone back to Lancaster a couple times. One of the biggest U.S. boiler company, if you know who they are, has they're a U.S. manufacturer of boilers in Lancaster.
Are you talking about
what do you do?
Burnham Boiler?
Oh no, I was gonna say what's that other company? They do water heaters.
Bradford White is in
Bradford White. They're out of here too.
Yeah.
Or they have an office here.
What do you do? What do you do for work, Stevie?
And I'm in the water heater business. I'm a plumber.
Okay, awesome.
I'm a manufacturer's rep for a water heater company, but I was a plumber for 13 years before I just stopped being out in the field and went to work for a stupid corporate gig. I basically travel around.
Man,
he's a professional ass crack shower.
That's
what he is.
I think that's actually what it says on my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, no, I've been.
Funny. When you need a plumber, nobody questions the price when you need a plumber. Man, when that turd won't go down, it doesn't matter how much you cost.
People are either extremely pissed off to see you or extremely happy to see you. You either
Yeah, I
represent
have.
the face of the problem that you have to fix, or they're grateful that you're there to fix the problem.
we have way too many of these companies around here that are just going around ripping everybody off. Like,
Oh, it's rampant in the industry. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing worse than there's always
like-
the big guys in town that'll do that because everybody wants to trust a plumber, and there's crooks that just fucking capitalize
Yeah.
on that, man.
they want like 10 grand to do anything, and then you talk to your neighbor, and you're like, no, I had this guy do it for 2, and you're like, oh, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, out here in Hawaii, it's hard to find people that actually want to work. So, I mean, their work is plentiful out here for
Right.
sure.
There you go. Yeah, that's rough.
What did I just dump Brandon?
I think he might have dumped himself, but
Okay.
who knows?
There
There he is,
he is.
sorta. All right. Well, what are you
Gotcha.
carrying, dude?
Yeah,
Since you just got back from work?
Well,
You got-
I actually just
going on?
got this guy in yesterday. Hang on, I think I lost you guys. Stevie backlash. I just got in
Backlash.
brass
Yes.
and
I
154
didn't realize it
cm.
was that big. Holy shit!
That's in 154.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I've had it in G10 and the I think the 9 CR18 that they had originally, but this sucker's a beast, man. It's heavy and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a little handle heavy for the blade. They could have put a fatter blade on it, honestly, but I do like it. I mean, I like a beefy, heavy knife.
That's one of the first Civivis too, right?
Yeah, that's one of their
yeah.
like first 2 models, I think.
Stevie.
I've actually got a really old Civivi that I got a little while ago. I'm not even sure if I showed it, but it's almost too nice to carry. It feels more like a Wii. This is the Statera.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is, I mean, one of the first Civivis actually, when they still felt like a Wii knife with the milled clip and everything. So, but the gold liners are a little high maka for me.
Yeah, I hate that shit when they do that, and then they did it again on that Sakshi recently. I always find it really gaudy looking.
I thought
somebody
the blue
was
was
wondering
cool.
what island
The blue
you're
was
on,
cool
dude.
with the black, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of them I get just because at some point I figure maybe I'll throw some color on it, and it's got scales and liners are easy for me to deal with. So that was kind of part of the decision on that one. I got a decent deal on it.
Yeah.
And then one of the other favorites from Wii Knives. This is a really old one. I don't know if you remember this guy, but this was when they first, before they did Civivi. This is the 617.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Which,
I
I love the sucker. It's just, so I'm having a hard time finding it.
Oh, it's like G10 and shit.
Yep.
And you know what? It's got the
titanium
It's got the
hardware.
nested liners.
Okay.
Definitely
So
a
that
cool
was
knife,
like
but,
their
I mean,
pre-Civivi budget type stuff. Got it.
Yep.
yeah, I think
But
they
it
were
was
like
probably
$100 when they came out.
It's probably
Right.
I had a rectifier.
Great.
That thing was awesome.
I don't know if I ever saw that one.
Had the little hole in it. I don't even know if I tried Spidey flicking it. Like, I don't even know if you could, but like that was before I even thought to do that. Like, that's funny.
John from Knife
Yeah,
Nerd
no, I've gotten
Review,
some interesting stuff lately.
he said he's from Maui.
I'm on Oahu, actually. I've been here 12 years. I used to travel a lot for my job, but with all this bullshit, I haven't really been island hopping much. But yeah, all the islands are completely different. They all have their own charm and their own little ecosystem going on. So,
Oh, that's cool.
but
Is that a
overall,
big one?
I like Oahu. It's got the most stuff going on.
Okay.
What's that?
It's the biggest one or most populated or what?
Oahu is the most populated. It's not the biggest,
Okay.
but I mean, it's the only one with an actual city.
Yeah.
Consider Honolulu a city.
Right. No, it's gorgeous out
Fun
there.
trivia, though. I think Honolulu is actually one of the largest cities in the country by area.
By area?
Yeah, that tends
Which
to
sounds
happen.
weird because it's an island, but there's so much of Oahu that's considered the city of Honolulu. It's like, yeah, one of the weird fun facts.
Last time I was in Hawaii, I went to Kona.
Jeez, I've never been to Hawaii. You've been there multiple times.
And
awesome.
Man, spending time out on the black sand beach was one of the most, microdosed. Went out on the black sand beach, and just that was an amazing time. We had to actually like canoe out there, and then we were at Captain Cook's monument, like free diving, and I ended like a fucking gray whale came into the little cove out there, and I was literally like 100 yards from a gray whale in the water. That was insane.
Nice.
Hawaii's dope.
Yeah, it's whale season right now. Actually, you can watch them breaching right off. They come out every year, so
right.
Pretty crazy out here for sure. I wouldn't leave. Couldn't pay me enough to leave here.
I don't blame you, man. It's sometimes being out on an island ain't a bad thing right now. Anyway.
No, yeah, right. I mean it's got its pros and cons for sure, but I've never thought the cons outweighed the pros. That's for sure.
Right. I was showing them all this bad boy that I got in, and again, as I said in my video, and I've said in some pictures and video don't do this thing justice, brother. It's fucking gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Koa is tough to show unless you take it outside in the sunlight and take a video. Right. I mean, that's why 90% of the stuff that I do. I mean, if I finish one at night, I won't even take pictures of it until I can go out in the morning.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, man, it's awesome. And I did actually, I know you talked to Joe Lancelot Leather. I also, I busted out the calipers. I busted out the calipers for him and sent him some measurements so I can get a slip for it. But that was
cool.
No, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that in general, because I ended up contacting him, and we got to talking, and he's going to start making slips and got the logo as a stamp. So I think that would be cool to be able to offer those also. Yeah, right. Yeah. So awesome. Excited about that. I got ones that I'm finishing up that I'm gonna send out his way. So these ones are almost done for him.
Nice.
And finished this one up for somebody else. I still got to mount them, but this is some blonde Koa, which
hold on, let me
show it here. But
let me put you solo.
Yeah, man. Glue those on, or what?
That looks this.
So it's an interesting process. It's more like a journey into insanity as far as how I do the inlays and the logos, and it's sort of trade secrets at this point. No, okay. Basically, what I have are these guys, which are the original emblem off of the plastic Swiss Army knives, which are super thin, and I just pop them out of the plastic scales, and then I have tried different methods. Like this set here, I actually bedded the logo into the wood. I tried that originally a few different ways. I'm not thrilled with how it looks when you actually set the logo into the wood and then cover over it. It really doesn't come out as nice looking as when I set it on top of and then just bed it in the coating.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives it more like a 3D look when it's just in super glue itself. So yeah, I mean the research and development going into these has been, the last 2 years of messing around and trying to figure out what works. And
right.
It's funny, when I actually started, I couldn't find anything on YouTube about using super glue for coating wood that wasn't related to guys doing wood turning. Everybody uses it on the lathe to do pens and stuff, but I couldn't find anything about doing flat work. So it's a totally different animal. I mean,
it's a proprietary process.
Yeah. I could probably do a 2-hour live stream just on showing how I deal with the super glue. It's insane to get it to that perfect glassy bubble-free finish. So yeah, it's been quite a challenge.
Kev,
can you
Kev
order
needs
them?
to learn how to get it to the bubble-free glassy finish for his nails.
And you want to know what's funny? Since I work with acrylic, I mean, I go to the store and I buy stuff for doing nails because a lot of it is working with acrylic. So, I mean, there's been a lot of different things that I've tried. I actually got some, I don't know where it is right now, but I got the acrylic powder that girls use for their fingernails with the liquid acrylic.
Yeah.
Tried that. That didn't work for shit. I mean, I've got quite a few of them that have made it to the box of shame. Ones that will never see the light of day. Those are my my failures. But yeah, so once I finally kind of figured out what worked, I mean, I got this stuff, which was kind of a game changer. This sets super glue instantly. So instead of, if you put a layer on and just wipe it on with like a paper towel or whatever, which is what they're showing, guys do when they're on the lathe, put a couple drops on a paper towel, wipe it on real quick. It puts a layer on that's so incredibly thin. Like I'd have to do 100 times to build it up thick enough to do what I wanted to do. And I'm kind of impatient. So I would just take the thin liquid, squeeze it all over the whole scale until I've got basically a puddle with surface tension over the whole thing, and then let it dry. Well, as it dries, it shrinks, and the top of it becomes like a 60 grit sandpaper. It gets so bumpy, and then you got to sand it. Every time you sand it,
put super glue on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to try and get it perfect.
And then you said tonight in the chat you're working on some Elementum scales too?
I am. This is work in progress. I'm just about finished up. I got to do a final polish on them, but they are, and hopefully
you cut them by hand?
These are
how do you cut
them? With OCD.
Yeah, all that shit by hand, man.
With love,
the guy
and
that these are for, hopefully he doesn't see this chat, because I told him he asked for the surprise. Basically, when I finish something up for somebody, I usually say, "Hey, do you want a surprise or do you want to see pictures?" Yeah, so I doubt he'll see this stream though before I get him out to him. But yeah, it's always fun. I have a CNC machine. I don't think I said that before, but I have a little CNC machine that I can cut this stuff with. But my hands-on skills are far greater than my computer skills, and I just don't have the patience to sit there behind a computer and program all this stuff. I even got Tucson to send me the files for a couple of their knives. So
I've seen some of the Tucson models that you've got from your channel and from your Instagram on the
Don't you have like every Tucson ever?
There's an attempt.
Yeah, man, it's dope. You have a TS 222. I saw that TS 222 that you did a couple weeks ago. That was awesome.
Which one?
Yeah, my wife claimed that one for her own.
Oh, I'll share this.
TS 222.
Yeah, hold on. Let me share my.
I have two of them here from Jared. He sent me, but I think it's the 129 and the 300. Oh, you mean you put fucking scales on it? Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and when I finished that one up, my wife claimed that one.
Your wife is a badass. She's carrying that thing around.
And of all the knives, I was like, really? She's like, yes, I want that one.
Dude, I can't even get my wife to carry this thing around. Where is it? I got this from Tuya, like this tiny ass freaking flipper. She won't even pocket this thing, and your wife's got a freaking Bowie or whatever the hell. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, man.
Her collection is as strange as mine for sure.
That's cool. There's a couple. Somebody said a TS 129 scale would be sweet. That's this one, I guess. In wood.
And I had that knife, and I do like it. And yes, that would be cool. But you end up with that titanium versus wood. kind of half and half look, which, I mean, I did one other one. I did a Ganzo. It was the Adamanti, and same thing. It had one carbon fiber scale and one side was a steel frame lock. And I did one of those, and I thought it looked cool looking at one side, but then it's kind of that.
I'm not the biggest fan of that either on knives. I try to avoid the double-sided thing.
The only one that I have that's like that is the Liang Ma.
The field duty.
That's the only one that I have.
It's a little different because it has that monoblock construction. Right. It's kind of, I don't know. It's a little nicer than just having carbon fiber on one side. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything like that.
Nah, man,
I usually avoid that.
Right. What's the best way if people are interested? So, do you take requests? Do you take
how does that work? Because I'd be curious about.
You guys are kind of frozen. Can you still hear me?
What's that?
I said you guys are frozen on my end. Can you still see me right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, Instagram is usually the easiest way, or they can email me, hawaiiknifeandgear@gmail.com. But I don't know. I take projects kind of at random based on, what people want to send my way and what I've got in the works. I mean, I probably have a dozen right now that are in progress, which kind of the way I operate. But it's funny when I finish one up and I put pictures of it out, a lot of times I'll get, several requests for that same one. So I've got, I think 2 other Elementums in the works, and somebody actually is sending me one of the Spyderco Mule Team, one of the fixed blades.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be my first
one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what steel it's in, but yeah, that'll be my first Spyderco attempt here. I actually don't do fixed blades. That's just not something I've ever really gotten into, but I figure why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you figure that'd be easier, wouldn't it? Well,
Frank says
80, scales are scales, I guess. Yeah. 80, 20.5 scales and backspacer. That would be pretty sweet.
But have you done do you do backspacers also?
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you do backspacers also?
I mean, I wouldn't think it would be
sometimes
harder.
It's not really. I mean, you really, as long as you can get them the right thickness and everything, it's no harder than the rest of the knife, really. Yeah, it's just, I prefer to use ones that already have the right color backspacer if I can get away with it. Or I just finished up one for somebody that I just deleted the backspacer entirely and left the standoffs.
Oh, okay.
It had a black backspacer and it wouldn't work. So
yeah, the 80-20.5. Have you done one of these yet?
No, but that would not be the first time someone's asked me. I got a request for one a couple of days ago. Somebody asked if I could. I just don't have one, so I haven't really messed around with it. If it's not a knife that I already own, you're welcome to send me pictures, and I can usually tell if there's going to be any severe challenges. The last knife that I finished up had nested liners, which was a sincere pain in the ass.
This does have nested liners.
Yep, this has nested liners too.
But what if somebody just sent you the knife? Would that make it easier, or is it just the nested liners kind of make it hard? Because you got to mill it out. I
have to have the knife regardless. But I mean, without using a CNC to mill out that pocket in the back, it's a lot of OCD power.
Right.
Stevie, I don't know if you can pull up. I don't know if you can pull up one of my last posts, but the CJRB Milea that I did.
Oh yeah. Actually, I will.
Yeah. That's the nested liners that I was talking about, and that one was a challenge for sure.
Sounds like you're not taking repeats on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I learned what I don't like, that's for sure. But I mean, it came out all right when I was done. But
man, it looks cool though.
Yeah, you did the abalone pivot collars, basically.
Yep.
Dude, that's so wicked, brother.
Yeah,
I think
that
Kevin
one
was
crazy. Now,
I've
how
definitely
much?
took
How
a
much
lot.
are they though? Like, how much does that cost for that?
Well, that
what
one I
did
won't say
cost?
because that one I won't say because that one's actually headed somewhere else. And I was surprised he said, "Yeah, go ahead and post a video of it." That's actually a collaboration. That one went off to Knife Modders when I was finished with it. They're going to get rid of that red thumb stud, probably acid wash and tumble the blade, and then it's a gift for somebody.
Ah, okay. All right. What about like the
namely,
Elementum? Just
namely the
curious.
girl who designed it. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. Is that a Swags?
yep.
Yeah, that's what he's
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
so I
cool
hope she
gift.
doesn't mind that. I hope she doesn't mind that I fucked with her design a little bit.
I don't
I-
think she's gonna mind, dude.
Nah, man. I think people see that and they're flattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, deleting the lanyard spot on that one and the backspacer was part of what I had to come to the conclusion that I just, it just wasn't working the way I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, that's different than just
I was going to do it with
you
backspacer, but basically
throwing
I
on
extend my scales out a little bit. And so as far as stabilizing Koa, I'm sorry, I'm reading some of these comments
no, I
that
just
pop
put it
up
up
here.
here. Yeah, that's a good question from my buddy
Okay.
Jason.
So Koa in general doesn't really need to be stabilized, especially the stuff that I'm using because it's so old and dry and hard already. It just doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. You soak it in water, it doesn't do anything. So some of the that's the old growth Koa. Some of this lighter stuff, like the blonde Koa, this is like new growth wood that they've kind of grown more for the lumber industry, and they you can't actually harvest old growth Koa. It has to fall naturally, and then you have to find one that fell on the ground. So it's like the old stuff is, it's the real deal, and it's rock hard to begin with. So as far as stabilizing it, I'll put a wood sealer on it, and then I flood the whole thing all sides with CA glue, which is acrylic basically. So it is encapsulated, and I've never had an issue with any of it moving, swelling, cracking, anything like that. As long as you pick
basically like naturally stabilized already.
It really is. I mean, you can soak it in resin and it doesn't soak anything up. It's crazy. But some of the blonde stuff, if you put, stabilizing resin on, it'll soak it right in. So I have both kinds. I have a little bit of the blonde that people have given me, and that set of Swiss Army scales, somebody actually did stabilize that piece. So, it's not my typical, but yeah, it is done. Some people do it.
Hey, Stacy, we see that you're listening. Nah, man, and I mean, I could literally talk to you about this forever, man. I love it. Again, I know I already have ideas. I'll be talking to you more for sure about at some point. Have you ever
appreciate that?
Have you ever done just like inlays? Like removing like a micarta or carbon fiber inlay and just doing it. I mean, it'd be almost the same process too, right?
Like this.
Yeah.
Right.
So one like that, absolutely, I would do. I've done a few Tucson's like that. Like the 49 just has a little strip in the middle of carbon fiber on one side that I think looks awesome when you do that.
Right.
If you go through some of my older Instagram posts, a lot of the Tucson stuff that I did originally was like that. I looked for ones that had that little piece of carbon fiber, and as long as it's screwed in rather than glued in, yeah, easy enough for me to mess with.
Cool, man. Yeah, we'll definitely.
It changes the whole feel of the knife, though. In general, I mean,
yeah.
Some people, wood is like a love it or hate it type thing on knives, but I mean, like the Elementum, for example, the first one that I did, I'm not really a huge fan of the Elementum. I think the scales are too flat and thin. I don't like the shadow boxing liners. I don't like the lanyard spot. But man, when you put a fully contoured piece all the way around, get rid of that lanyard spot, and then these actually come all the way out on the liners and kind of melt into the liner. So it does that instead of that stupid shadow box. It comes out so much nicer. So.
And did I see that you actually recessed the clip too?
I did, of course. Right. And because because my scales are so much fatter, I had to go pretty deep in there. But
yeah,
all that by hand, making sure it all works properly and the screws engage and don't strip. And
That's crazy.
it's been a learning process.
How do you do that by hand? Like, what are you using to? That's crazy. Yeah.
He's using that power of ADHD and OCD, man. He's channeling that shit.
My little Dremel and a whole selection of little diamond bits and little carbide tips, and
you get that Wu-Tang and that Beastie Boys going in the background and just go to town.
Yeah, little music and good to go. So it's definitely been interesting. I've actually been, since I get bored of working on any one thing, I do other stuff besides just knives. Like I've been working on stands.
Oh, nice.
Display stand. So that's one of the things that I kind of like. We have a severe amount of driftwood that washes up. Last year we had a big storm and the beaches were covered in driftwood. And then we just actually had it happen again about a week ago that, you go out on the beach and it's covered in driftwood.
Right.
Well, a lot of those pieces are actually koa because of how much washes down from the mountains. So like this is a piece of koa driftwood. It's, freaking rock solid petrified koa because it's been floating in the ocean. And the only stuff that's left after washing around in the ocean forever is like the hardest knots of the wood. So it's already petrified. Right. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man.
That is cool.
Yeah. What do you
think? Back in the garage.
Kevin, what do you think?
Back in the fucking garage where it's freezing ass cold.
What's that, Stevie?
Sorry.
You already got the wheels turning on something that you want done?
What, the wood stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was saying I have this Swiss Army knife. I've literally never touched. My brother gave it to me as like a, groomsman gift or whatever. So I'm like, maybe I could get scales for this or something. But how, do you mount them, or would you send me the scales and I gotta glue them on, or how does that work?
No, I think only once or twice have I ever sent somebody scales, and it was more of like a DIY project for them. They weren't completely finished or anything, but no, I always do the mounting.
Okay, so you send
just because I mean when I do them, basically there's pockets on the back of a Swiss Army knife scale that the rivets sit into. So when you pop that plastic off, there's like 3 or 4 little rivets that stick up, and that's what holds all the blades and everything together. All of those little rivets, you just make a pocket in the back of the wood, and then a couple drops of 2-part epoxy, and that sucker is never coming off there. Yeah. They're not removable, by the way.
The first thing that popped in my head when we were talking about inlays was the Trevor Burger I have, because I hate the carbon fiber on here, but it's glued on. I would probably stuck ass. What?
Can you hold it up a little closer? Oh yeah, it's got the space around the screw. Depends on how thick they are. That's the thing. Carbon fiber can be super thin, so they don't need to put a really deep inlay on there. It doesn't. I wouldn't know until you soak that sucker in hot water and try and pop that carbon fiber out of there how bad it would be. Because I mean, if it's
that sounds
less than an eighth of an inch thin.
I had an Atlas in mammoth bone, and that fucking thing stuck up way too high. So that does make me think maybe that inlay cutout isn't that deep.
Super thin.
No, it's probably less than an eighth of an inch.
Yeah, so that makes it hard to get a piece of wood in there, or to cut a piece of wood that size.
Well, more than that, you want to know what's a real pain in the ass?
Cracking.
What's a real pain in the ass is not touching the titanium. So if I can't touch the titanium, then it's an OCD freaking nightmare, because for me to, shave it down 1,000th at a time to get it to fit all those curves and details. Basically, if I can set it in there and then sand it over top, wouldn't be a big deal. So if you're going to modify that and sand the titanium and polish it at the same time you do the wood, wouldn't be that big a deal. But
I would
micro
milling,
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some of the hardest ones are ones that I've done on titanium that you can't touch the titanium with sandpaper. So it's like
Right.
you got to fit the thing perfect in there. Like I did one of the hardest Tucsons I did originally was the TS81, and that one, man, it's got two little strips of carbon fiber, and it got little curves at the end and everything. And it was originally they did it in bone. It had a piece of cow bone on both sides. Very cool looking Tucson if you've ever seen the 81. Right. But yeah, that one bugged me for the longest time. I'm like, God, I want to try this. And I was like, 20 hours worth of work and fitted and everything. But when it came out, I was like, oh, wow, that was kind of cool.
Right. Yeah.
So it just depends. So at this point, I try and stick to liner lock stuff because it's, a lot easier for me to do. And I don't want to spend, 50 hours on one knife if I.
Well, yeah. And I mean, and that's an
I end up doing that
knife.
Anyway.
Probably not a great idea to fuck with a glued on inlay and.
Right.
But something like this would work.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You could just send the. I could literally just send you the scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I really need the whole knife. I mean, I can't do it just on the scale because it's cut with a machine, it's cut with a computer, and I just can't get.
You gotta match it to fit
accurate.
Flat. Gotcha. I mean, I'm not saying I want to send the knife. I was just saying maybe somebody could just send you the scales, but it doesn't.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, if I was cutting them on the CNC machine, you can get that accurate that you can just cut the scale out. But
right.
I mean,
you're going to be
I'm not at that level yet. I'm good enough to program.
You're probably going to be taking them in and out. Fucking with them, right?
Yeah. Right.
That makes sense.
Yep, and it does take a little while to get it fitted properly for sure.
Nice, Ken.
Synapse XL scales. Somebody said.
So the wood not having a gloss on it, it just depends on what they did. So they might have just stabilized the wood and then put it on there. I'm trying to show you another one that I'm doing here. This is.
Doesn't have the gloss. Wasn't the gloss from you putting on the glue or epoxy or whatever you are coating in it?
It is. So here's an example. This is the TS134, and it came with wood scales.
Oh.
They are not glossy. They're not a gloss finish. Now, the wood that they used is actually, it's pretty nice. They used some kind of burl wood, and it's got some character to it, but it's just not shiny. So I think what they do is they just stabilize the wood. It seems like it has a little bit of resin in it. They stabilize it. They cut it out. They might hit it with a piece of hand sandpaper, but that's about all they're going to do. So if you wanted to polish this up, you would need to put some kind of coating over it, be it, acrylic or epoxy resin or lacquer or something to get that shine. You can shine up stabilized wood to a certain degree. You can put like a wax or something on it and just shine it up as is, but it's not going to be that high gloss lacquer finish that, I mean, when I set out to start doing these, I had this image in my mind of how I wanted the coating to look. I wanted it thick. I wanted it clear like glass and just shiny, smooth. And yeah, it's definitely not something that you see most people do over wood like that. Usually they'll just put a coating on it and shine it up, and it's not deep like that.
Hold on.
There's some in the. Go ahead.
That sounds like a lot of work to me, man.
It is.
Someone was asking.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, it does sound like a boatload of work. That's why I was asking you what you charge. Just curious, like.
So it just depends. I mean, like a Swiss Army knife, maybe $100-$150 all in, depending on what it is, what size, what what you want done to it. That's about the range for a Swiss Army knife. Get into folders. It can vary a little bit, but for now, I'm still trying to get my name out there and trying to show people what I can do. And
Right.
Word of mouth type stuff. So
So
maybe someday I'll be able to just
I guess.
charge. Yeah, I'll just charge whatever I want someday, but not quite there yet.
I mean, I'm telling you guys though, until this is definitely one of those things, until you have it in hand, you just don't realize how nice they really are, man.
I mean, you
a lot
can see it pretty good.
Glossy handwork is that way. You can't really capture it on a camera. Or you got to have the right light,
It hasn't been. We haven't seen
yeah.
sun here. We haven't seen sun in Washington for well over a month, so I can't get any good pictures.
Yikes. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, a nice sunny day, you can really see just how deep that is, because the palm tree that I put on there is it's some thin gauge brass that I cut out and actually cut them all out by hand and etch all the little lines on the palm tree and everything. And when I set that on, that's not set into the wood. That's sitting on top of the wood, and then I cover over it with the gloss. Yeah, that's not into the wood at all. So it gives it that 3D look in the coating.
Yeah, it does.
But the coating has to be like, at least a 1/16 of an inch thick, which is thick for a wood coating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks deep. I wanted it to look like you could just reach into the coating.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it looks like, man. You accomplished that. I dig it.
I mean, I grew up in a hot rod family. My dad was a hot rod guy, so you want that, that paint job that you can literally like reach into, and that's kind of what I was shooting for.
Yeah, right on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to go back. Oh yeah.
Somebody asked about the shirt. Oh, you posted it. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's Niche Designs who did the shirt.
Yeah, no, for everybody there, Niche Designs.
And Renegade EDC or Renegade Provisions Co. has the Hank with this design too now. It's pretty cool.
And then
So did I see you got some issue with Tucson? What's your? Sorry, I'm not actually watching all the chat. I'm not watching all the.
No soul.
It's a running joke that I say Tucsons have no soul. It's just I've never come across a Tucson that's like where a design is actually like spoke to me. Did he fall off or did you?
Nah, you started talking shit on Tucson and he
no soul. Boom.
No soul. Fuck you.
When you mean Tucson, name alone.
Why'd you change the layout though?
It automatically
changed you that did it.
I didn't do that. It automatically changed it when he dropped off.
Yeah, I gotta explain the Tucson thing again.
No, I think when I saw his phone turn, I think that means maybe his phone died. But I mean, Andrew's an interesting cat, dude. I've been going back
he's a cool dude
for a while. Yeah, so all his videos, he never did face reveal. He didn't reveal himself on camera until he was on the Knives Live, the Knife Rights. He was on Red Wolf. With Red Wolf and Yvonne, and that was the first time I got to see him. But I've been there's a big group chat that we've been going on for a while.
Okay, yeah, I gotta talk to him about I think this would be a good knife to do it with.
What up, King Snake?
It is the Motley Crew, my friend. It is the Motley Crew.
Yeah, no, I've
a good one. I think
device not connected. What does that mean?
Device is not connected.
That means he's in the background setting up everything right now. That's what that means. It's like while your camera's setting up and whatnot. He said, "Fuck you, Kevin." Yeah, probably did.
But no, I've after I got that one from him, I'm trying to think of something. I think I'd like to do something with an inlay for sure.
Yeah,
I think that would.
That would be the only thing. Like, I would never use this Swiss Army knife, even if it was
cool.
So, like, I don't really think it makes sense. Whereas, like, this flipper, I think I would rock. I'd be like, sweet, I got fucking wood inlays. Like, I got a unique
abalone pivot collars.
I don't know if you could do that on this.
No,
but
not on that. But
the backspacer would have to be wood too.
Dude, you get that abalone for the backspacer. That would be dope.
I mean, I would just send it to him if he said he's busy, so like, But if
Yeah.
he'd be up for it, I could send it and he could just do whatever he wanted to. That's what I've done with this knife already 3 times.
Right.
It went to MB Wild. I was like, do your thing. And then I scratched the shit out of the ano, so I sent it to Knife Modders, and I was like, do your thing. And they re-ground the blade. They redid all the ano. So I could send it to one more person and be like, do your thing. You know?
Right.
It's just a knife that's not...
Do your thing knife.
It's not one of those knives that I, like, think to carry a lot. So it's like... But I don't want to sell it because I really like it. So it's like any chance I get to spruce it up somehow, I'm going to do it. This thing is fucking amazing, though. You're just looking for a good flipper, man. This thing's excellent.
Yup. Fuck, I just lost my train of thought again.
We got to get some douche crew, like, stickers from Sticker Mule or something.
That would be awesome.
No, there's an idea. The douche crew.
The douche crew or something. I don't know. Something funny would be.
No.
I got Shadow Rangers ones coming.
Yeah, I see
made.
Man. I gotta work with
I'll send you some. Backpack B, man.
Fucking Stevie needs a sticker. You don't even have a sticker.
No, I'm so
What? Work with Backpack B, dude. He'll hook
I'm
you
on
up.
I'm on the list for backpack.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm on the list
there you
with
go.
Brent. And
He'll
then
get to
I'm
it.
also I've talked to Gary a little bit.
Yeah, Last Ranger does that stuff.
Yeah. I gave him a couple ideas, and I just got to touch base with him again.
That's the thing. They're all doing it for free, so it's kind of like you can't bug them. And Brent he's working on some stuff for my memberships right now. Just little emojis I'm trying to get.
You were saying
for the people who join the members thing.
Well, I like Brent, man. He cracks me up.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking that when I said douche crew, or he said douche crew. King Snake, Alicia Douche Crew. You know the actress?
Yeah.
Alicia
of course, Eliza Dushku.
I don't know if everybody knows this, but she's the actress. She plays the daughter in True Lies.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I know her from the most. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, I'm watching Wrong Turn, and I'm like, oh, that's her. Like,
Yep.
Or she was in
she was in the show Dollhouse, and she was in
what was that? The new
Jay
guy.
and Silent Bob Strike Back.
The new guy, that douchey ass movie. I love it.
Oh yeah, fuck
probably nobody's seen that movie.
The douchery.
The douchery,
But
anyway,
Eliza Douche Crew.
If you're watching, I just haven't come across any Two Sons that like speak to me design language. Why? I think they're all fucking weird, and like I just say they have no soul. I don't really have anything against Two Son. Like I like some of them. I just never am like I gotta buy that. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I've never been that way either. When I look at one, I don't look at. I've never seen one that I'm like.
But I get why he has all of them because you get them for good prices. They're great materials for that. He was one of the first channels I watched on YouTube. He would just lay out like 50 fucking Two Sons on a table in Hawaii, and I'm like, sweet, like I'm watching this. When I first got into like collecting, which was like it was like 2020 spring or something, right? So it's been a while now, I guess. I kind of started to get into that Two Son thing where I was on eBay because I was buying the budget knives.
Sure.
And then I was like, well, I can get these for like $80 and they got all this cool shit on them. Like, so I started buying, doing the bids and shit. So I would watch his videos because I'm like, which Two Sons? And I got a couple of them and I gave them all away like almost immediately. I just never resonated with any. And they also never do a reversible clip when they so easily could. Every Two Son has the same screw on each side. They just never do it.
Stevie.
Oh, I don't have the option to.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, he says, Knife Nerd says, I'm the same way, Kev. Two Sons looks cheesy to me. You don't have the option to what?
it won't. It says so. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Um,
He said he was back, and then he said, "Let me back in." And
Oh, in the private chat.
yeah,
well,
I'm
that
back.
doesn't work. It's
So-
not. It's not giving me the. It says device, Andrew. It says device not connected.
Not
And it's not-
supported, I think.
No, it clearly says device not connected. It's not
Yeah.
allowing me the
device is
option
not connected.
to
So that
add you.
tells me that he doesn't have his camera and mic set up.
Yeah, that's what
Dude,
I
if
was
you're
thinking.
watching, leave and click the link again and try again, because sometimes just
There he
getting
goes. He was
completely
watching
out and
because he
reloading
instantly
it
left.
helps. I mean, you may have tried that already, but that's usually what I do. Like sometimes I'll switch headphones and all of a sudden I'll sound like a robot. And then I just leave and come back and it works fine. It's weird.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
I
try
gotta
to
start
hop back
packing
on.
up here anyway. I gotta go to bed soon, so.
Yeah, it's fucking late for you, man.
But I'd love to explain my hatred for douches. Okay. I don't hate them at all.
Come
I
back.
actually have come
No,
to
of
course.
appreciate them more lately.
Right.
They've had better
You're just
designs
fucking
lately.
around.
I thought I'd really like this one
That
when
says the
Jared
same
was
thing.
showing it off, and he
Oh,
thought
there it
I'd
is.
like it. And it just in person, it's really just too. It's kind of like the Necronaut, honestly. Look at that blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grind looks a lot like
It's
that,
just
yeah.
a little too cyberpunky. Not cyberpunk. What am I trying to say?
Steampunk?
Cybertruck.
Future.
It's too much like the Cybertruck.
Sci-fi.
I don't know. Like, I don't mind sci-fi stuff. I love the Necronaut design. I love the crawler. But, like, this doesn't do that for me. I don't know. I'm weird about it. I don't know what it is about Tucson. I just don't fall in love with any of them.
Andrew, all we see is a blank screen, but it says
black.
black screen.
Yeah.
We can't see you or hear you, but there is a black screen that says you're connected.
Remember earlier he said we were all frozen when we weren't? I wonder if maybe his internet is fritzing out or StreamYard is or something.
Thrasher's son's gaming in his room.
No.
Yeah.
Not now.
It's probably
now I'm in the house, man, so it doesn't matter now.
it's probably Tucson, like trying to protect their reputation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. As soon as they heard that you were going to explain why they had no soul, it was fucking, they cut the cord.
Look at this thing.
So, Jeff Carter, you're asking what's
the
your
80,
budget
15.
go
I
to?
never did care for the look.
Hey, there he is.
He's back.
He looks
back
pissed
and
off.
he's frozen. He
Are
came
you
back
frozen?
insta-froze, man.
Oh, man.
He's
came
at that
back
frustrated
insta-froze.
part where he's like, fuck this goddamn.
Yeah.
He's about ready to say,
Man.
fuck it and go to bed, man.
Andrew,
He's
if you
like,
can hear us, dude, now you're on, but you are frozen. So I'm gonna pop you down now. Or else
You're frozen with a pissed off look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's
probably-
got that. He's got that.
Yeah.
Fucking
That was
bullshit
probably the
on.
look he had when I said two sons
Two
have
sons
no
had
soul.
no
He was
soul.
like,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's it, man. That was his look. That was the last thing it recorded.
So Jeff, he's asking what's your budget go to? That's one of those things. What is budget? You know,
Yeah.
people ask that. I think that's
I
probably
agree
the
with that.
number one question. Budget's
If you're
going to be
talking-
different for every
What do you
single
mean?
person, man. You know,
No, he's asking like, what's your how much would you spend on a knife? Like,
Oh,
what's your how
I thought
high
he was
would you
asking-
go? He's not asking like, what's your budget knife?
go
right?
to.
I mean, I don't know, man. It could
I
be
mean,
either
either or.
way.
Oh,
It
what
could
is
be
your
either way.
budget knife go to? Okay, my bad.
That's
He
what
means-
that's what I'm reading it as.
I
Maybe
get
I'm
it.
reading-
I
wrong.
get
that's
it.
how
I'm
I
sorry.
read
He
it
said
as, but
because
it
he
could
said
be both
mine is
ways.
the rat, so it's obvious.
Oh, I
Mine's
did.
probably the
I would say most
Royale
people
with
think
cheese
budget
right now.
under $100. Yeah.
under
Yeah.
100 is budget 100%. Anything over 100 is not. But even some people say 75. I don't get why you would choose 75.
I just make it easy. Under $100, man.
Right.
I don't really own budget knives. This is the only one I own.
I'm gonna say for the ones that I've tried, like the petrified
Asher.
fish beluga, that one's good.
The Stinger.
The stinger, yeah, the
Yeah, I
Stinger's
mean, if we're
excellent.
counting the new Ashers, that M390
They're
Nomad
bomb.
is just
Yeah,
you can't beat it. I mean, you
no, you
can't
can't.
beat it.
You
But the
can't beat.
Stinger
You
is a
can't
good
beat it.
one. I think it's a bit overrated, though. To be honest, it's a little too thin.
Everybody does keep talking about how awesome the petrified fish beluga is.
I hate
love-
that knife.
Dude, this knife right here, this is the PO2. I won this from JB on Christmas. It's the only thing I don't like is it's only a flipper,
Yeah, fuck.
you know. But dude, I can't fail it, man. It shoots out. The action on it is, it shakes you, but it's good.
Hey,
It's big knife.
Under 50
I mean,
is my budget. Left out loud.
this
Well,
is
you're the
like
budget guy.
$38.
I mean, what does FKT stand for? Fuck
for
Kevin.
knives and tools.
Uh,
For knives and tool.
this knife right here is
Definitely.
just $60. The contouring you get on these scales, the milling you get on these scales, and the action you get. If it just had 14C, it would be one of the best budget knives ever. I hate the bead blast
even
too.
This thing's
Oh,
got some cool.
That
milling.
one, I like that one, but the handle's too small for me, Stevie.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
How are you choking up? What are you choking on?
I
Dick.
just
Yeah.
literally go on the blade.
Yeah, I do that on some knives, like all the Finches, but
I mean,
where the fuck are those? Who did I
Under
send those
50,
to?
he under 50.
Oh, there he is.
His budget is.
I have so many knives loaned out. I
It's
don't know who
moving.
they're
He's
loaned
not
to.
throwing
You,
shit. Hurry up, Kev.
You-
Tell him why
you
they got
start-
no soul.
you, you start bad mouthing Tucson, you crash my internet.
Yeah, that's what we thought might have happened. No, I was saying, I just haven't ever resonated with the design they've done personally.
No, I hear you, and that's totally understandable. I got into the whole Tucson craze pretty early. I mean, it was like 2017, and
Right.
you could only find them on eBay, and you could pick them up
Right.
for $25 to $40. And this was for like a nice titanium
Yeah,
frame lock model that for $40 was just, I thought, was insane. So I get it, but at this point, I mean, there's hundreds of models, and I always like the fact that they come out with stuff that just doesn't look anything like the last one. I don't know if you can pull me up on full screen, but here's
okay.
one for you that I always thought.
You're
There
up.
you go.
Yeah, you're good. Man.
All right, so
Oh my fucking!
Yeah, what is that one?
Shit, is that the bushwhacker?
this is the 121.
I think I owned that one.
You think you
This
did?
is a
I think
great
I
one.
bought that on eBay. It was
I
one of
mean-
the first ones I bought. Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
remember the guard.
121
on the back, though.
is a see, and it's cool because this one will actually, front flip. You can wave this one open out of your pocket. Just a
Is it
good knife all the way around.
design?
It is. No, I'm sorry. This is Wong. This is Wong design.
Wong. That's right. Wong. I had one
Yeah,
just
so it's
like
it's
that, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a few that are similar to this, but the 121 is awesome. I've had quite a few of that one for sure.
That's what we all do. We all stumble in.
See, I think that knife is hideous. Like personally, like I get it. Everybody has a different taste, but like that one doesn't do it for me.
How
Yeah, it was
about
like an Amber Alert.
What?
Do you guys get an Amber Alert? I guess not.
No, we're not in
Depends
Pennsylvania.
Depends on your area.
2-year-old missing. Fuck.
What is that one, Andrew?
this is a really old one. This is double digits. This is the 27.
The 20. I
But
actually was
just-
just looking at that one.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
You're hard pressed to find it in full titanium. They do make a G10 version, which sucks, but I mean, in titanium, this thing
That is
is
nice.
fantastic. I mean, it's got a great clip on it.
Yeah.
It's got your lanyard spot. It's got a killer thumb ramp, nice, thick, beefy blade. I mean, this has always been one of my favorites. It's funny. I've had so many of them but I've only ever carried a total of probably 5 for any.
Kev, they said you got that Amber Alert, and I thought all of a sudden you were like, "Oh shit!" They know I stole a 2-year-old, and you bounced.
No,
He froze.
it
He
switched
froze,
my
man. He
headphones
froze.
to my phone and everything, and then
Yeah,
everything crapped out. I didn't hear a word
Right.
he said after I said that knife was ugly.
it's funny how you guys you
I
cut
know,
out
and
after
now
the
he's
rebuttal,
frozen
and
again.
now he's frozen
Yeah,
again.
he's fucking froze again. Yeah, he's all
I don't know, but I
hey.
totally get the Tucson thing. I think
Go
Joe?
in the house.
What's happening, buddy?
I think that they're cool. I got into it early on too, and I kind of just got out of it. It seems like he just was into it.
Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, you can save a lot of money buying Tucsons as opposed to the shit we buy, and you get pretty much the same quality. They do cut some corners, I think, but
shit, he stepped
you're
in
spending
and then he froze.
$50 on M390 sometimes when I'm spending
But then
$400.
there's also just hardcore Tucson guys that just want every model, you know.
Yeah, it some people like to collect the whole fucking thing when they get into it, you know.
Yeah, no. I
Just
had
like
a couple.
anything. You're a Fair and Forge guy. There's Tucson guys.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Before I even had the channel, Jared Neve sent me a couple of Tucsons.
Cheers, my
check
brother.
out.
EDC.
And they were good. They weren't. One of them was the TS 129 though that you got. That's okay.
Yeah, the action on that one's not that great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And then the TS, how to remember? I'm actually trying to track down a what is it? The TS 219, the CM design
319,
319, the 319, the C. So yeah, he's got the 319, the 320, and then the KU 322 and the 321.
321.
Yeah, but I want to get
the Devo Stout coming.
Yeah,
and the Growler.
Oh yeah, those are two that are going to be added to my collection.
I got bad news today from QSP. They
it sounded like it earlier when you were talking about the table.
They start their Chinese New Year or whatever on the 12th or something, and they're not going to get them done before then. So I got to wait till probably end of February, possibly early March to get those prototypes. Hopefully, Kun Wu can get them. But he's still frozen, right? He's not just sitting like that, is he?
No.
No. That'd be awesome,
Andrew.
Bro.
That'd
be awesome.
Hopefully, Kun Wu can get them out before
in,
Chinese New Year because, I don't know. I feel like I've already waited so long, it seems like. But, it's probably normal timing. It's almost like it takes just as long for prototypes as it does to get the damn production run,
Right.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, I'm gonna drop off. I gotta crash. So
deuces.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on,
man.
guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Have a great night. Love you, boys. Douches.
All right. Love you too, douche.
Alicia Douche Crew out.
Eliza Douche Crew.
Elijah. Damn it. All right. Peace.
Later, dude. Yeah, fuck. It's like 1 a.m. for him, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's late for him, man. Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. These days, 10 o'clock is getting late for me, too.
Yeah, normally. Yep. Fuck, man. During the week, I don't even see 9 o'clock most of the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm up at 4 a.m., so I'm in bed by 9, trying to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Andrew can figure that back out. I could literally. So I've had separate. I know. So me, you, and shit. I don't even know how many people are in that big group chat that we got going on.
Yeah.
There he's back. There he's back. And he's frozen again.
It's a new frozen state every time, man.
Right.
We're getting a new face.
Andrew, I wish we could. It's frozen again on our end, brother. I got you up, so whenever you're ready, though. Um, the dusty loads, man. So, how I don't know who's all in here, but I gotta honestly say, man, during it was Javon, that was during on your live with Andrew and Red Wolf during the Knife Live. Dusty Loads came into the chat and actually won one of the
Won a giveaway, didn't he?
one of the giveaways.
Yeah.
But ever since then, man, Javon says, Cole, your Dusty Loads. 1220 where you're at, Void Vids. You guys are beyond any entertaining. Yeah, well, thank you.
That's our job. We're here to entertain.
You monkeys are easily entertained then. But I gotta say that. I'll second that.
Thank you,
King Stink.
I'm been doing just a little bit of editing, not too much.
No, man, it's so again, you don't have to get rid of that unedited.
Oh yeah, I know.
You still, in order for it to be considered made in the USA, it really only has to be like 70% made in the USA.
70%. We know all the hardware comes from China. So
no, dude, having the B-roll rolling in and stuff, man, your vids are looking dope, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get a new camera. My freaking microphone port went out on it. So it's time for a new one, and then when I get a new one, maybe I'll invest in like a cheap slider. My B-roll is kind of shaky, and that annoys the fuck out of me.
I don't even know how to do that, dude.
It's not that hard, man. The editing part, once you get the editing part down, like
what is this that I have? I have so I know how to add in like so I know how to take a bunch of videos and put in the transitions and stuff. But what is this that I have? It's called Hit Film Express. That's what I use for my editing.
No idea, man. I use a pretty advanced editor. I mean, I use DaVinci Resolve 17.
Okay.
But I mean, I knew how to edit before. I've edited before, but it's work. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But honestly, after just saying, okay, just do the bare minimum, like, I probably need to work on an intro, but I'm going to do it myself.
I know a lot, and look, I appreciate that, but then look at the guy that's got the most. Does Shabazz have the most subs
in the knife community?
Yeah,
he's definitely up there.
He's up there, and all's that dude. I mean, what's Shabazz at?
I mean, it really depends on what you call like the knife community, because if you're calling somebody that actually does,
he's a knife reviewer more than anything.
He's a knife reviewer. I mean, because technically you could say that Peter McKinnon is because he occasionally does a pocket dump. He does a EDC check. But he's a knife guy. He just doesn't base his channel on it. But yeah, Shabazz, I would say Shabazz is probably, if he's not number one, he's real fucking close.
He's got 142,000 subscribers, and that guy doesn't do anything other than just a simple top down.
But I mean, he's been doing it a long time. You know what I mean? People, his thing that gets people is his accent that he portrays. Of course. But I mean,
what's up, Diver Dave?
I don't want to do 3 videos. That's pretty much why I started editing. Like,
right.
I don't want to burn that many videos on one night, but I'd like to do just my, my unboxing, first impression, and then my final take. I'll add some. I decided I'll probably end up just adding B-roll with like the specs. I don't know if I don't really like that top down shot, man. It's just not my thing.
I don't. Yeah. It can be fun sometimes, but I'm just not a spec guy.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
for
I've never
me
been a
doing
spec
spec, like, I mean, look, I have a scale, I have calipers, I have all that stuff. Those are tools that I have and I use, so I can do that. I'm just I don't mind watching people that give the specs. Like I'm interested in that, watching it, but then ultimately I don't know if it's a 3.2 inch knife or a 3.34, like that type of shit just doesn't matter to me. And blade stock and you know,
Yeah.
um ultimately that stuff just doesn't matter to me
It
personally.
doesn't. It
I
yeah.
don't do it.
Exactly. It doesn't matter to me either. To me, it's how does it feel in my hand? How
Yep.
does it operate for me? How does it feel going in and out of my pocket?
Yep.
Like, how is it to use? That's what matters to me. And you don't get that like me telling you this knife is over 8 inches overall. Well, yeah, but
Right.
so is this
We got to,
knife, but it's
you
nowhere
know,
near in weight. You know what I mean? Like I like them both equally. It's that's kind of my you know. I'm just not a spec guy. If I like the knife, I like the knife. If I don't like the knife, I'll tell you why I don't like the knife, or. But I mean, people asked me to do a top down shot because they wanted to see the knife better, and that I
right.
understood.
Right.
But I can let them see the knife better by shooting B-roll and adding that in. It'll take me the same amount of editing time technically that it does to mold two different videos together.
Right. Well, looks like Andrew might be starting
He's
to. Oh,
moving. He's moving. I see
all
him
right. You're
move. Oh
moving.
shit! He's
You're
got
moving.
sound. I heard a noise. We're working.
Yeah,
Kevin said he'd leave. He thought he was bringing the bad juju.
you start bad mouthing Tucson, and literally my internet just died.
Yeah,
Died of a
we
broken
figured
heart.
Tucson had to switch to your internet.
Yeah,
But no, I
exactly.
mean,
The monitors in China got upset.
no, definitely though. I don't know how much you heard Kevin. He doesn't actually have anything against Tucson. Just some of them aren't his jam.
Hey,
But what it is
I get it. I've got
Kevin
nice
doesn't like.
companies that I just
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin just doesn't. He's just not into the fact. It's the fact that they have so many different designs. You know what I mean? Like they have a
Mhm.
100, 300 designs and shit. That's what gets him.
which is
And
why I've owned over 1,000 of them so far.
Right.
It's a problem.
Do you think you've handled 100% of Tucson's?
No, not even
No.
close. No, that's
Have
a huge undertaking.
have you met or talked to anybody that actually have um handled
All of
all of
them?
them? Is there someone out there that has that collection?
No, I know of no one, and I know pretty much everybody in the Tucson community who's been around from the beginning. I can't even get somebody to post a model 1 through 100 picture.
Yeah.
It's tough, and all the OG Tucson collectors who have a lot of like the old double digit models. Even still, there's ones that they're missing. There's certain ones that are just nearly impossible to find at this point. Some that just didn't sell real well, and they only made a few of them. When it came out, it was going up on eBay auctions, and they'd put up like 2 or 3 a week. And if they only did that for a month or two, how many could they actually have out there in the world? You know what I mean? So some of them just don't pop up. It's crazy. But to find certain ones, if you're a really dedicated collector and you're trying to find, a certain one, it can be a challenge. I'm trying to find one here that's an example. It was quite the challenge to locate this guy. I can't even find it now. It's here's one of them.
You're right, King Snake. You're right.
This is one that it's kind of a rare bird at this point. This is the 42, and you're not going to get that light. There you go. It's got the green carbon fiber.
Green carbon fiber matrix style.
This is the only one that they ever did in green carbon fiber. They've got 2 with a red carbon fiber, but this was it for the green. It's one model, and yeah, You
What
just
is that one?
it looks real. This is the 42, and very cool. It's got this kind of spot right here for your thumb, not a thumb ramp, but more of a thumb dip. So it's actually, I mean, it's a pretty comfortable knife, pretty standard, EC type of knife. But really, I mean, when this first came out, this was so like high tech looking for them for
Right.
2017, and you could get them for like $40, $50. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that one, man, I've
There's-
never
there's
seen
some-
that one with the.
14C?
say again.
Was that 14C that they used back then?
No, so originally they did all of their budget type stuff in D2,
Yeah,
and
okay.
like the vast majority of their stuff was D2, and then they would come out with their higher end models that were mostly M390. And then when Tepe Designs came around, they started shaking it up. They did some S90V, and then after that, it just kind of broke wide open. They're up to S110V. They've done on a few, and that's kind of their premium line type stuff now. But they've gotten away from the D2, which is unfortunate because what's up, Winchester? It's another Tucson fan right there. Yeah,
What's up, Zach?
I always thought their D2 was amazing. Here's another nice one. If you don't mind the the half and half look, they didn't do a carbon fiber on this side, but this is a fantastic little model. I mean,
Oh yeah, I like that knife or that blade shape.
Clip point. Yeah.
this is one that you can still get. This one is in M390, but
what
just
is that?
this one is in M390, but nice thick blade. So man, it drops right shut. It's a great model.
Yeah, looks nice, man.
They've just got some
stuff.
interesting stuff. I mean, that's
Yeah, no,
okay.
What? Oh yeah,
This is a of course I'm going to fail it. This is a double detent flipper.
yeah.
Little non-locking double detent guy. Kind of interesting. It's clean. I like it. I mean, it's not my normal style, but it's different. It's clean.
Right.
I'll tell you, the first 50 times I tried to flip it, I was looking for the lock with my thumb. That's for sure.
I'm on your vision
Ian,
board.
he does have
a
dreamy beard, doesn't he?
What's that?
Oh, Ian said he said you're his vision board for for his beard goals. So, I just support him.
Sure. Knives and dudes. Yeah. No, so earlier, John from Knife Nerd Reviews made the comment, and I agree. Some people don't want to see, because you do predominantly all top-down videos, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, just these last two live streams, the first time I ever decided to get behind the camera. I don't know. I never felt like I had anything visually to add to the video. I mean, I got Hawaii as my background, and I'm showing cool knives. What else do you need?
I do it out of laziness. It's just easier for me to just turn my camera on and start talking to it. If I have to do a top down, then I got to get my stuff out, and I do it out of just sheer laziness. But I don't. That's why I don't think many people watch a lot of my videos, because it's me. I mean, yes, I'm showing off the knife, and I try to actually cover up my face as much as I can. But but John said I came to watch knives, not dudes, and I agree, John.
I mean, yeah.
Well, and the other thing is, I think the front camera on my phone is like not nearly as clear. So using the back camera, you get a much better video.
Right.
I'm not very high tech out here. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally have my webcam that I have to use for work for a bunch of shit. I mean, so I do OnlyFans. That's my job. So I have a webcam. I'm normally.
I support you.
No, for all the different training stuff that I have to do, I have a decent webcam, and so literally, like, this is my room / office at my house. I have my desk here with my camera or my webcam on my laptop, and I just sit down at my desk. So literally, the reason I do front facing the most is because it's just I don't have to change anything from my workday.
Honestly, the reason I do is because like 99% of the videos I watch are top down.
Right.
It's just
Right.
like, fuck, man, everybody.
Hands
does
and
that
knives,
shit.
hands and knives. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
hand
think
models with knives. I mean,
I think most of the video, really, a lot of the channels that I watch the most are top down. I don't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't honestly, hate to tell you guys this, I don't know if I'd watch me. So I'm surprised that other people watch me.
come on, man. You don't. I
Hey,
definitely wouldn't
I'm not
fucking
watching
watch
the
me.
I'm not watching the chat, but is Winchester still in here? I don't know if we lost him.
He's probably lurking. Yeah, he's in here.
He's still, yeah, he's still around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you, he is one of my most dedicated fans from way back.
Yeah.
I mean, back when the videos were as bad as they could be, for sure. And I actually stopped doing YouTube for a while. I just haven't really been posting anything on there. Kind of just been focusing on my own stuff and making things. And in all honesty, I haven't felt like clearing out the storage on my phone so I could record.
Yeah.
It was too full of stuff, and I just got kind of lazy and didn't have any room to record a video. My problem is when I sit down to record something, I feel like I'm so far behind in things that I've showed before. I end up making it an hour-long video from 50 knives.
Right.
So I've never been able to post just like a 5-10 minute video. It's really tough for me.
I fucking tried, man.
I try, and
like impossible.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I did just have my first time, so I try to do everything in just one take. Like I'm not trying to do multiple stuff. And for the first time, like I forget what video it was recently. I was right at the end of wrapping up my video, and I ran into that on my laptop, too much storage, and it cut off the recording, but I didn't realize it until I went to upload it, and I'm like, why did it cut it? And I realized I saw that.
You're still talking for 20 minutes?
Yeah, I saw the notification pop up. I didn't mean that it actually stopped the recording of it. So then I had to go back and record like another 2 minutes, and then I had to fucking edit them together, which takes even longer. Like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I couldn't do it in one take, it probably wasn't getting uploaded. I just, I hate video editing more than most things. It's just not something I enjoy doing. But I found that Instagram Reels are a lot easier to post. So 60 seconds, you can see what you want to see and add some nice music to it. And
so are you doing shorts on you? You can do the same thing on YouTube too, man.
Yeah,
my kids keep telling me the same thing, and I haven't.
So it's literally, if you're gonna do a short for Instagram, if you want to just put content on the channel, you can do the exact same thing. You can do 15-second, or if you want music, you can only do them for 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
But then a short, you can do for 60 seconds, and you just upload it right from your phone too, man.
Well, I like it on Instagram. I like it on Instagram. You can change it to 60 seconds.
Right.
You can get a longer one.
50 seconds worth of music too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
On YouTube, you can't do more than 15 seconds worth of music.
You can only do 15 seconds. Yeah.
That's tough for me. I mean, the music choice is like one of the best parts about it for me. Getting to pick some music to put behind.
What up, Hollywood? Yeah, no. Sometimes on my reels, I'm looking for music to inspire me to do a reel.
The problem is, honestly, you can't. You don't allow knives on TikTok, so that doesn't work. But
I've never been on TikTok before.
Yeah, that's where the Brandon, He's like the fastest growing knife channel on YouTube right now. Fucking
Hey, Hollywood, man, how you feeling, dude?
yeah.
You got laid up from that
surgery, right?
And when are you going to anodize your titanium screws in your body? Hollywood's laid up.
I think that'll happen naturally.
Right. I actually too. I have a titanium pin in my elbow. I used to have a titanium plate in my arm. I still have it somewhere, but
I have 4 screws, a plate, and a rotor cuff in my knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the only titanium I have in my body is an implant in my mouth. So
yeah,
nothing holding me together bone wise.
Let's talk ENG.
I figured I chose some knives here. Chose some knives here in case we're losing people.
Right. Yeah, let's get them out. Let's get them out, boys.
Get them out. I'm selling this one, guys. Come buy it.
Hold on. What are you selling, Brandon? Let's show it.
The Horizon
D. The D. Brandon's selling the D, dudes.
I'm selling the D.
And you did drop skiffs into that, yeah?
Yep. I put the skiffs in. John tuned the lock bar.
So you guys, if you've never had fat carbon before, I think that this is a really, really, really good representation of what fat carbon can do. That was I've said it too many times.
It's a beautiful knife. It really is.
That was the knife that was the first time I saw fat carbon in person. When Thrasher showed me his D in person. And look, that's a phenomenal knife.
That doesn't sound good, by the way.
No, I know. Thrasher showed me the D in person. Thrasher showed me the D, and I fell in love with it.
Showed him the D, bro. I showed him the D.
But I think that's we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I'm gonna start going through my collection, and I think anything that I don't, even if I do carry it, if I don't really have
man, what's up, brother?
A connection to it, I'm gonna
yeah, I'm actually gonna be selling a few knives, but yeah, I'm probably gonna post a video maybe tomorrow or something.
What up, Z-Man? Did you get your furnace running?
I think he said in Bee's Blades that they couldn't figure it out, so they were burning. I think.
Well, if you're looking for someone out in your area, Z-Man, serviceman wise, let me know. I can refer someone. Eggs and ham. What up, Dave? What up?
No, I mean, I would consider trade in. Just depends on what it is. Got to be worth, comparable in value.
King Snake Jake, my drunk ass just fell stepping out of my truck. Hold on. You're drinking and driving and watching us?
That's kind of what it sounded like.
Bro, that's a hell of a fucking Friday night, man.
That's dangerous, man. That's dangerous.
What up, Oz?
I think watching us is the dangerous part.
Yeah, that's probably the worst. Eggs, you just get off of work? You always end up working late.
Yeah. I'm gonna be down there. I keep forgetting to hit you up, Eggs. I need to hit you up on Instagram if you want to check out those Asher knives.
Oh yeah.
I have the titanium Spiro, the titanium Nomad, the Spiro Flipper.
Right. Well, good to hear you got something lined up there, Z-Man. Yeah. Our Eggs is going to. So what's coming up? SHOT Show's coming up real soon, right?
Yeah, but SHOT Show is one of those. You can't buy anything at SHOT Show. Okay, so SHOT Show is literally just for press and
industry folk.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be invited in a sense, or you can sign up, and if you know what to fill out for the press form for your YouTube channel, you'll probably get in. But Yeah, I mean it's a cool event if you want to check out all the new shit for weapons, knives,
Right.
packs, all that shit. It's
Do you
definitely
guys?
cool, but my problem is I want to buy something, like I
Right.
want to I want to leave with something.
Andrew, do you get a lot of knife shows and whatnot out there? Do you get to go ever and exhibit anything ever?
Um, Before the whole bullshit pandemic, they used to do 2 gun shows a year out here in Honolulu, and I've actually had a table set up before
Yeah.
and did pretty well. I mean, that was before I was really making a ton of stuff out of wood, so it was mostly just flipping Tucson knives and stuff, but it did pretty decent. It's it's a fair amount of people, at least for our area. So, and they may have started doing them again. I haven't heard of one, but yeah, it's there's not a whole lot as far as knife shows in general.
Yeah.
There was the Hawaii Custom Knife Show back in the day, but lots and lots of really, really high end, expensive custom stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how they usually are. Yeah, well, yeah, too much money.
I
Yep.
am trying to look for something here. Ken Harris just
Yeah, he's
brought
got
it
the
up. Ken has a
Archbishop 2.0.
yeah, which is actually my old Archbishop 2.0. That's how I so let me share my screen here. If anybody out there is looking for a dope Archbishop 2.0 from Ferrum Forge, so this was actually mine. That's how I met Ken. This has been redone by Knife Modders, and I want to say, did Mike Emler sharpen this too? I think. Oh no, it's got a fresh edge from Neves. Neves sharpened it. He's got bearings on it, and I think he dropped that down to 350. If anyone's looking for a fantastic Ferrum Forge knife, I hit Ken up. This is a great freaking deal on it, and in my opinion, I mean, I could pull. Where's mine? I say it time and time again. Of all the knives I have in my collection, including the original Archbishop and the new 3.0, damn it, fumbling here. My Archbishop 2.0 is my favorite knife that I own. So Ken's got a phenomenal deal going on. So check out, you guys should join the Ferrum Forge if you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Join the Ferrum Forge Fanatics. That's a group that John from Knife Nerd Reviews, and he started it and brought me on as an admin. There's another Ferrum Forge fans group, but we are the Ferrum Forge Fanatics. If anybody wants to join, I'll put it in the chat to hit up Ken, or hit up Ken on. I'll put Ken's Instagram up on here also. But yeah, that's a
So
great.
I don't know how bad this is, but I've never actually had a Ferrum Forge through here.
No,
but somebody is sending me one to do. No, somebody's sending me one to do the mini.
Oh, the mini Archbishop.
The Archbishop.
Yeah.
That's a dope knife too. I got so that's kind of what got me into knife collecting is Ferrum Forge. I need to shoot the video at some point, but I got like over 30 Ferrum Forge in my collection. So that's awesome, man. If someone's sending you that to do that, that's going to be dope. Yeah.
I think just the triangle pivot hole on one side was all I was seeing. That shouldn't be too bad, but other than that,
yeah, Stacy, that's what she used to do all the time, right? Is the gun show, knife selling.
I guess Zach and Eggs are going to SHOT Show,
huh? Yeah. That's right. And I think JB and Nelly are going, and our Therapeutic Edge and Women Carry Knives going too.
I wish, man. I think that happens in February. SHOT Show.
No, I think it's at the end of this
End of
month.
January, right after CES, because normally when I did headphones and shit, I was always at CES, which is happening right now, which is in Vegas. So Consumer Electronics Show, the biggest one.
Hyro, baby. Hieroglyphics represent. Souls of Mischief is one of my favorite parts of hieroglyphics. I love that you pointed out artifacts to me in our last chat that we had going on, Andrew. I love me some artifacts, man.
Yeah, no, this is one of my favorite original hip hop groups that I used to listen to all the time. Even still, it's one of my go to channels.
We were talking about
plug.
music earlier, and honestly, I don't listen to anything new. Like all the stuff that I listen to is like early mid 90s era, whether it's hip hop or punk rock. There's some newer stuff that I listen to, but I think for me, 93, 96-ish, like West Coast hip hop is probably my most listened to genre.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, hieroglyphics is dope. Souls of Mischief, like I said, is one of my what's this? I went to art school with oh no way. That's awesome, man. So are you down yeah, you said you're down in the Oakland area then, right? That's awesome, man.
In San Francisco. Huh?
Yeah, no, I lucked out when I was 15. My dad took me to Pink Floyd as my first show. So
Pink Floyd, I've seen them
Nice.
a couple times. I seen them originally, and then not originally. So I seen Roger Waters live.
I've seen Roger Waters a couple times.
Yeah, I seen him in Berlin though, on the return to Berlin.
oh, nice.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And that was a real show. That wasn't a concert.
Yeah.
That was a show, man. They had a
Right.
stage show. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen them. I'm an old guy, so yeah.
No,
but-
you're right though. They put on a show. I saw them at the Division Bell during the Division Bell tour up in Vancouver, BC. I'm pointing that way, like you guys.
That's where they were on my song.
Yeah. So that was what, like 94, 93, 94, something like 5, somewhere around there.
I think it was 95. I think it was 15. Yeah, I think I was 15.
Yeah, yeah. So was I. I mean, I was a sophomore, junior in high school. That was an amazing show. And then I've seen Roger Waters open for Steve Miller Band a couple times.
Yeah, seen the Steve Miller Band.
Oh, nice.
Times. I've seen Led Zeppelin once.
You know who puts on an incredible show? And I've seen Talking Heads a few times, and he's a showman for sure.
I'll bet David Byrne is. I mean, I've gone on full on early 80s CBG, or that it's really late 70s, like CBGB's era Talking Head stuff, live performances. I've never got the chance to see them, but Talking Heads is they're so unique, so out there. They have the funkiest stuff.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, man, our REM was pretty amazing back in the back.
Oh yeah, REM is, and then they just disappeared.
I mean, I watched them with Genesis, which was Phil Collins.
Genesis was my first show in 1991, the We Can't Dance tour at the Tacoma Dome. I was 10 years old, 11 years old. That was my first big show, was seeing Genesis. Really? Got to go backstage and meet Phil Collins and all sorts of shit. But yeah.
Nice. Do you listen to LCD Sound System?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
They have a very distinct Talking Heads vibe to them.
So they, I have enough in my library where it will pick it up and suggest it once in a while. I use Amazon Music because it's free for me. But I have, so if you have stuff downloaded, again, in your phone, it'll pick up and create stations for you, and they pop up every once in a while. But I don't actively listen to them.
Yeah, no, they got a pretty cool catalog of stuff for sure.
Take it easy, Joe,
That's
man.
what I like about
Have a
Pandora.
good night.
They'll just keep playing stuff you haven't heard. You can actually set it to pull up like deep cuts and related stuff. That'll find stuff for you, which I do like. So
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I could literally, I could do an entire live stream just talking about music. I've actually, I think I'm going to incorporate it into one of my next videos that I do, but I have saved almost every ticket stub for every show that had a ticket stub. There's, I don't know how many thousands of shows that I've gone to that were just inside the wrist stamps, you know,
Yeah.
and you don't have any proof that you were there. But you know, the old Ticketmaster stubs from back in the day when they still had physical tickets, I have, you know, going back to seeing, you know, I saw Nirvana with Butthole Surfers in 1992.
Butthole Surfers, man, punk rock. Yep. I've seen them.
you know who else puts on a really good show is the Flaming Lips.
Oh,
You
yeah.
talk about full on performance, man.
That's an event. I saw them at a Lollapalooza before.
There's a couple great artists that do great shows. Zombie, he did awesome shows, man.
Seen Les Claypool a couple different times with different bands. I saw him with Buckethead and Bernie Worrell down in down in New Orleans for Jazz Fest.
Yeah,
such a crazy theatrical performance.
My first like in-house show, I was in LA, and we went to the Whiskey, and I watched Social Distortion. That was
okay. I actually saw them out here not that long ago.
They're still rocking, bro. They're one of my favorites.
I saw them. I saw them a few years back down in Honolulu.
That was in like 19. I think I want to say that was in like 87 or 88.
Oh wow.
The Whiskey. Yeah, because like
down in LA.
After that,
that's in LA, right?
Yep. And then shortly after that, I went to Metallica. That was in 88, 89. That was the Master of Puppets tour.
Oh, damn, dude. That would be the best. That's the best era of Metallica, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's when they were Metallica.
So I'm
surprised they haven't come out here.
I recently have been on a bit of a Metallica kick. I've always liked them, but never loved them. But I've gone back and listened to Kill 'Em All. Dude, that is... I know they're considered, you know, one of the big four horsemen or whatever in metal, but that's a punk rock album, dude. Kill 'Em All is a full on.
If you want to hear like some crazy shit that Metallica did, man, just listen to Garage Days.
Oh, Garage Days Revisited, and
when they covered, you know, they covered other bands' music for a while when they were brand new. So yeah, I mean, you got like songs like, you know. I can't think of the fucking name of it, but you know, like crazy shit. You know, like
right.
I can't think of like the first verse. I think is I got something to say. Today. You know, man, they were kind of aggressive. You know.
Yeah, no, well, that's the Misfits cover.
Yeah.
So Stacy talking about Sausage and Slayer on the same day as Sabbath. Sausage is the original Primus. So Primus, you know, he started Primus before Primus was Primus. They were not called Sausage, but when they came back out with that side project, that's the original Primus. Yeah. I love Les Claypool is a genius. I've also seen him doing like the Les Claypool and the Flying Frog Brigade.
I've seen the Flying Frog Brigade. I've seen him as Oysterhead. I've seen him with Bucket of Bernie Brains. So yeah, he's got so many side projects. It's crazy.
Dude, I went to the whole. So I like what they've done where they do full album performances.
Oh yeah, so, when they did the Animals, the Pink Floyd Animals album.
Yep,
fantastic stuff, man. That was good
killer
stuff.
bassist too, man.
Yeah. And then I went to the what I forget what it was called, but when he was doing the whole Willy Wonka theme stuff, that was
Yeah,
one of
I
the
missed that.
weirdest. That was one of the weirdest shows I've been to. I can't say I loved it. I watched the whole thing, but there was times where I was like, okay, I mean I'm a fan, so
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna sit here and watch it.
I was already out here, I think, and most bands don't come out to Hawaii unless they're coming out to here to like retire. Like we'll get Hall and Oates and just random shit. It's, everybody comes out here and they're completely past their prime. So
Right. Oh, nice.
Man, I think the last time I actually seen Primus, I seen him with Anthrax, which is kind of crazy because that was forever
Well,
ago.
they do those pairing. Like I saw him with Mastodon not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do weird pairings like that. I've seen him with Tool. I've seen him with I think the first time I saw them was on a Lollapalooza. Like Lollapalooza '93.
Man. I went to
Absolutely. That's the best thing about
that's where I seen Korn. The first time I seen Korn. I was in Lollapalooza.
never seen Korn.
Yeah, they
saw Vanilla Ice when he was in his punk rock days.
Yeah, they were Korn was they were the opening act at Lollapalooza when I went. It was kind of crazy. They weren't like nobody really. I mean, people heard of them, but they weren't huge. They came out, opened with the song "Blind," and fucking after that, it was nuts.
Yeah, Korn's one of those bands that I never minded. Saw him a couple times on the different festivals, and then I saw him probably, God, it wasn't too long ago with Rob Zombie, and they didn't have it.
They got
They
have a recent album out now, but I don't really care for the sound of it.
I hate it when I hate it when good bands go sour like that. They just can't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Time is not.
I think some of them can stand the test of time, but the problem is they try to change.
Right.
That was Vanilla Ice trying to do a punk rock show.
Right.
And,
yeah.
I went just for the novelty. I went and saw Flavor Flav. No, he still got it.
Flavor Flav,
Flavor Flav put on a good show.
Around that neck, man.
Yeah, he put on a good show. He's an old man too. I mean, he's no young dude anymore.
Yeah,
he put on a good show.
I remember going and seeing Public Enemy before they were banned. Shit.
Duke Dank, System of a Down is one of the best live bands I've ever seen, man.
By far, man. I just went and seen them last year at the Snowcore tour.
Yeah,
they're one of my favorites. Awesome. System of Down's always been one of my favorites. I've watched them with Mr. Bungle, Puya, and
Mike.
I spent too much time in the hippie festivals, I guess, and missed a lot of the harder stuff, and unfortunately, but
yeah, no, you guys were talking about Public Enemy. One of the best shows I've ever been to. It was the Smoke and Grooves tour. It was. Now, this is 97 or 98, so it was pre-Fergie Black Eyed Peas, who were originally Public Enemy backup dancers. That's where they came out of. It was Black Eyed Peas, Gangstar, which if you've never got a chance to see Gangstar, just Guru and Premiere.
Oh, Guru, awesome. Yeah.
Jazzmatazz, that's a fantastic album. But it was Gangstar, Cypress Hill, Wyclef, and Public Enemy. And I had never seen Public Enemy before. And holy shit, Chuck D is, I think, I don't think he's underrated as a hip hop artist, but just as a front man for a band, Chuck D blew me away. I mean, again, I know that they get their respects as a hip hop group, but just as a front man, Chuck D is amazing, man.
Well, have you heard the new one what's it? Prophets of Rage, I think.
Prophets of Rage with him and Be Real and
it's pretty good. I mean, it's very political if you can handle that. I mean, I don't get into politics much, but
yeah, but no, Hey, that's Chuck D, man. He's got his finger on the pulse of all that. It's funny to see Be Real mixed in there. It's a weird pairing, but it works though too.
Yeah, no. When I first started listening to it, I was like, that's all right. That works.
Yeah.
And who else? Who's the other guy? The guy from Rage Against the Machine is in that one too?
No, it's not Zach, but it's I forget their names, but the bassist, guitarist, and drummer are from Rage.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like
they got a good sound. For sure.
Yeah. And they do some dope covers though too, They do each other's stuff, and so I got a long
I've seen some
Linkin Park there.
Linkin Park. Jeez.
I know Linkin Park's tour manager.
Man,
I've gone and seen Linkin Park backstage and side stage and met all the guys, and their tour manager is a longtime family friend. I remember when I said Genesis was my first show. He used to be the lighting guy for Genesis, and now he's Linkin Park's tour manager. But yeah, Linkin Park's dope. I saw them with System of a Down and all
You're
sorts
right,
of
Z-Man. Avenged Sevenfold does a pretty epic show. I've seen them just not that long ago.
Yeah,
if you want to talk like old, man. Okay, so back in the grunge days, right? So I've seen them all. Like Nirvana, fucking Alice in Chains, fucking Stone Temple Pilots, fucking you name it, I've seen it, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, we were, being in the Pacific Northwest, we were grunge, right? So I know you're a couple years in front of me. We used to literally so I was too young to get into a lot of shows. I was 11, 12, 13. But we would literally take the bus down to Seattle as 11, 12-year-old kids, me and my buddies, and we would stand outside the clubs. We couldn't get in, but we would still stand outside, and people would come out to smoke, and you'd be able to look in real quick, but like all the legendary Seattle clubs like the Vogue and the Off Ramp and Rock Candy and all those legendary Seattle grunge places, and so we were there, seeing Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and Mother Love Bone and all those. So
Soundgarden, man, fucking yeah.
Oh yeah, talk about one of the best frontman ever, right?
Yeah, man, I remember going. Yeah, we used to hit Seattle like every other weekend. We'd drive 4 hours, get to Seattle, stay up all fucking night, hang out at the clubs, get back in the car and drive to the nearest fucking rest area and pass out for about 4 hours and then drive back home. Yeah, Pantera, Dimebag. Yes, Dimebag was he's got one of the most unique sounds when it comes to playing the
Winchester. You can get a middle finger for Creed. That's all you get.
Creed.
Sorry. Oh, hey.
He's living in his own prison, man. He's living
going to see Nickelback.
Thank you, Hollywood Tactical, for bringing up my actual number one all-time favorite band ever. I know you guys see a Wu-Tang poster and everything. Mudhoney is my number one band of all time. So shout out to Hollywood Tactical for bringing up Mudhoney, man.
Definitely Social Distortion, but I have a lot of favorites. A lot of favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I could literally, like I said, this is the anti-Kevin hour because Kevin literally declared, I'm not into music, and
yeah, I heard him say that, man. I'm like,
I'm literally.
This is great because you guys are reminding me of all kinds of shows that I've been to that I couldn't remember.
I just can't believe it's not. I've never met really anybody who's never been into music. Like that was a huge part of my life, man. We didn't have internet and fucking shit back when I was a kid. We fucking hung out. We went to shows. We skateboarded. We fucking did all sorts of stupid shit. That's what it was about.
Yep, that's what you're doing. There's nothing else to do. Growing up in the country.
Yep.
Sneaking into fucking.
I lived. I was only 30, 40 minutes from Hershey, so they used to put on, crazy fish shows at the Hershey Park Arena and all kinds of stuff. So
Oh, nice.
go out there, or when
we try to get into this shit small shows that were in, whatever. Some of them they held in little fucking like Eagles clubs and shit, wherever a place
Right.
could rent, fucking.
Yeah, one of the best shows I ever saw was we went to see Ween at the Sterling Hotel in Allentown.
Oh, nice. Pennsylvania.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like 150 people there. It was crazy. Awesome show. They played for like 3.5 hours straight, no set break.
Here in Salem, I was probably in like 93 or 92. They rented a fucking funeral home and had had 2 little shows, and it was one of the best shows I ever seen, man. It was a little punk grunge band called the Sweaty Nipples, man. The fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, Sweaty Nipples was a Oregon staple, man.
Fuck yeah, man, dude.
Them
They
and
were
Pond.
fucking badass, bro.
I saw Sweaty Nipples and Pond down in Portland. That was the first time I ever went to Portland. And Seaweed. Those were
Seaweed, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweaty Nipples was awesome.
Z-Man, MXPX, they're like your hometown heroes, right? That's where Z-Man's from. They got that song "Move to Bremerton." I think he lives out that way.
That's a band I was never really got into, never got exposed to.
I was exposed there again. They're a local, kind of that Green Day-ish era that came out of Seattle. So post grunge scene, later 90s, poppy punk. They're like Zebrahead and like some of those type bands. But yeah,
this is good. This is kind of stuff I should probably go back and check into. And you know what? That's what I like about Spotify too, is you can go in and just pick somebody and be like, oh wait, go through and see if you like it and get all kinds of stuff. I'm definitely into some strange bands that they have a particular following for sure.
For sure. Well, I mean, when you told me that Ween was one of your tops, I said, I know the kind of dude I'm talking to. Ween has a very particular.
Yeah, exactly.
They're amazing. The couple of times I've seen them,
their range is so crazy. I mean,
right.
Their breadth of musical ability is unmatched. It's crazy. To just do an album in whatever genre they feel like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I like bands that can do that type of shit, man. They're. I mean,
I grew up listening to Frank Zappa. My dad blasting at full volume, that kind of stuff. He had good taste in music, so I always had a pretty good upbringing. But I mean, stuff like the Presidents, just another amazing band in my opinion, highly underrated. They got all kinds of good stuff. One of the best shows I ever saw was Bare Naked Ladies. They're like just such an entertaining band. Their presence on stage is pure entertainment. It was great.
Yep. I saw them with Toad the Wet Sprocket, man. That was an awesome show.
That's one I never saw.
Yeah, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah, I've seen them a couple times.
Ooh, yeah.
Cake used to be good. I saw them quite a few times back in the day, but they're one of those ones that didn't stand the test of time type of deal.
Who?
Fog and Molly.
And most of their stuff
Fog and Molly. I seen Fog and Molly with the Dead Milkmen and DRI.
Oh,
that was another one of my favorites back in the day. Was Dead Milkmen.
Fuck yeah!
Dead Milkmen are definitely way up there.
Yeah, you mentioned that specifically. They're Pennsylvania, right?
They're Coatesville.
Yeah.
That was their area. I think them and like I said, Bloodhound Gang is another one that I just I'll get stuck on and just listen to everything for a while by them, and it's like another highly underrated band in my opinion.
Every road trip that I go on for work and everything, so I build playlists in advance. I think every one of my playlists ends up having a Sleep at the Wheel on it. That's just a song that I love.
Mine's always got that Incubus Drive or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Keeps me awake sometimes, man.
No, another one is you ever listen to Soul Coffee?
Yeah.
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 Mike Doty. Yeah, I mean, you know, a couple really good ones on there. That yeah, they just turn them on. They're instant crank the volume type of songs.
Hold on, I'm getting a text here.
Alien Ant Farm. See, they fucking then the Alien Ant Farm, the one that like remade the Michael Jackson. Fucking,
Yeah, they did Smooth Criminal.
yeah, Smooth Criminal. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Yeah,
I
talking
just
about
got a text message that's going to lead me to having to cut this short in a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta get going, man. It's my wife's already been hounding me for like the last 15 minutes. When are you coming to bed?
I still got a little while. So. But if you got to bounce, Thrasher, we'll talk soon, man.
Yeah, man, I gotta get out, but yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll send you a text or whatever, let you know. The wife was talking like she wanted to go to Blade Show, and I know the kid wants to go, but it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll discuss details, but I mean, it's 100% happening the road trip. So
yeah, the road now. I mean, I know from here to there is like 39 hours. You know,
right.
So it's definitely long. You get
39 hours.
Cue ball mapping it out for us, man. So
yeah, I looked at it, man. I thought about trying to drive it, not fly it, but I got to see how much vacation time I got at that point because I'm already taking like almost 2 weeks to do this fucking wedding, fucking in Vegas.
Yeah, gotcha.
Go to that shit.
39-hour road trip. The last time I even thought about a road trip that long was like 2004 when I moved to California and drove from San Diego up to Santa Cruz. Like it's only like what 12 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah,
we're talking about
39 hours. 39 hours. You can get around this island 39 times.
Right. No, we're talking about doing a road trip. So me starting here in Washington, possibly going down, snatching Thrasher, heading down into Arizona, picking up Faction, driving through back into Arizona, getting cue ball, continuing on to Alabama. So then now driving along the south into Alabama, picking up Shane Gables, and then driving up to Atlanta, and then staying in an Airbnb with a bunch of people for Blade Show in June.
Nice.
So yeah, just
which when you think about it, that's like a 2-week trip, you know.
Oh yeah, no, it's literally because I mean it's 2 days from here to, you know, I mean, not hours wise, but 2 days worth of driving because I got to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
From here to Arizona, then from Arizona to there, you know, is a couple of days. So and then SHOT Show's 3 days. So
Blade Show, yeah.
Or Blade Show, yeah. I keep saying SHOT Show, Blade Show, but yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, that's something you guys take for granted is road trips, man.
It's better than flying, bro. It's better than flying. All right, man. I got to get out, guys. You guys have a great night, man. Thanks for having me on. And
later, Thrasher. We'll talk soon, man.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, later, bro.
Dude, later. Right on,
man. No, man, I'm glad you were able to hop on. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I hadn't planned on going live, but I mean, I could, like I told you when we were talking, man, I could talk for hours about knot knives too, you know, just having conversations like this. But
like I said, it's good for jogging my memory. I have literally forgotten more live shows than I can remember. So
I mean, I feel you know, as I'm watching the chat, I'm like, oh yeah, that I've been to that show and that, you know, I mean, literally music, I grew up going to shows, man. That's literally just what we did. You know, so yeah, I've been to big concerts and big festivals, but just going to local dive shows has just always been my thing, man. And now that's all I do. I only go to little shows. So I got friends that are in smaller bands and whatnot. getting me to like a theater type show these days probably ain't gonna happen, man. I'm not interested. I'm to the point where I've seen all the big bands that I want to see. So the bands that are still doing the big arenas and big stuff like that, that's not really my
It's
jam
not
anymore,
the same draw anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I am taking my daughter to see 21 Pilots in
That's
September.
cool.
I've
Very
taken
interesting.
her. Yeah, I got into 21 Pilots through so I got a 13-year-old daughter. It was through my, I guess then 9-year-old daughter that turned me on to 21 Pilots, and that was her first show. I took her when she was 11. No, she was 10. I took her to see 21 Pilots at the Tacoma Dome, and they put on a big show. But I wanted to that's her favorite band, and I just wanted to see her experience a big show like that for the first time.
Right.
Now we've traveled up to Vancouver, BC to go see them, and now they're coming again. It'll be interesting now that you have to. Again, not to get too political, but now you have to produce a negative COVID test here in Washington to go into any shows like that, So that's going to be a weird, but yeah, that's that'd be probably the only big show I have any intentions on going to. I'm all about going to see local little, dive bar bands these days.
I think it's funny. I actually, same situation. I think I probably heard of them through my son, who is 16 at this point, but he's a drummer, and he was in a band when he was 11, and they would do punk rock and current type metal stuff and cover some Metallica, and they did a bunch of covers. And then as he got a little bit older, they started writing their own stuff, and they were a little 3-piece group for a while. And he's just interesting to see like the other kids in the band and what influences they were bringing in and what they wanted to cover. And yeah, it was definitely a cool time. He played the Hard Rock Cafe down in Honolulu here, and
nice.
some cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
no, that's awesome. Is he continuing on with music?
So he hasn't been drumming in a while. He's been more into skateboarding.
Okay. Well, that's good.
But yeah, it's working on getting his license and teenage stuff. But he's drumming is one of those things. If he sits down in a drum set, it's not like he can't get right back into it. And he does occasionally. He'll go and practice with some other friends in their band and whatever. And it's just there was a point in time. There was like 2 years where that was he was going and playing shows and doing like little live sets, a little bar up here in our town. He would go and play. It was cool, having a 13-year-old kid's band playing at the local bar for the Friday nights. It was kind of cool.
Great. No, that's awesome, man.
That's on my other YouTube channel.
Yeah. I always know that someone's got the artistic bug in them when I hear that they're a drummer. It just seems to me that yes, guitarists and all that, I'm not, but drummers just seem to be some of the most creative dudes I've ever met, man. I know I got a bunch of friends that are drummers, and actually, ironically, I got like 3 or 4 friends that are drummers and skaters, and they're some of the most unique, artistic, awesome dudes I know, man. It's weird how those couple of things go hand in hand.
Got that rhythm.
That's good though, man. 16, yeah. My daughter, she's not anywhere into that stuff. She's so again, I got a 13-year-old. She's artsy though. She likes making like her own. Man, I tell you, what's awesome for me in the crazy world that we have, my daughter is a total throwback to the 90s era though. She's all about, she's not into social media at all, like at all. She doesn't, she dresses like a 90s skater, and she's into the subculture, and she wants to go shopping at the thrift stores, and but like she makes her own jewelry and stuff, and so she doesn't. I'm not the artistic type, so I'm glad that she's just kind of naturally got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of lucked out rather than being completely sucked into a screen at all times. That's
Right.
it's happening more and more.
Well,
For sure.
so she was so she's got a phone, obviously. And we always said, it's so we can get a hold of you, right? Um and yes, we're in that era, that's what the kids are into. And there's been times where I've gone out where they're hanging out in the front yard and everyone's just sitting around on their phone, right? But it's not so much like that anymore. It's like they're almost starting to reject there's a they're regressing, I guess, against technology. It was earlier in this summer. I was trying to get a hold of her. I was calling her phone, not getting a hold of her. Finally drove out, like driving around the neighborhood, and she's out walking around with a bunch of her friends. They're at the park. I was like, "Why don't you have your phone on you?" And she's like, "Because we're outside hanging out." And I'm like, "I can't be mad at you." I said, "Where is your phone?"
Ouch.
She's like, "I
Yeah,
left it at home." And I said,
that's
I'm totally cool with that. The fact that you guys didn't want to be on your phones, you just wanted to go, because what's missing these days is, I keep saying, I've said it a couple times, is you don't see groups of kids. And I know it's different now with the whole pandemic thing, but even prior to that, you just don't see groups of kids anymore. Everyone's inside. It's long
Yeah.
gone. It seems like the days of driving through a neighborhood where you'd see a group of kids and someone would yell car, and everyone scatters, and then you go through and then everyone goes back. You just don't see that as much anymore. But it's starting to come back around, which is totally refreshing to me. She's got her squad of friends, and they walk around the neighborhood, they walk down to the school, and they hang out and put a rope swing, tied up a rope swing in our front yard for the kids.
My kids tell me my kids tell me about a skate spot up in the woods. It's like a drainage ditch. I'm like, but there's a
Nice.
skate park like right at the end of the. He's like, no, but this is a cool spot. I was like, oh, I can't hardly argue with that. I mean,
Right,
that's what I
right.
was doing at your age too. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that I would agree with you there, John. The skate scene is actually it's progressed in its certain ways, but skate scene is still alive and well and hasn't changed. It's still got its foundation, and they've stayed true to that. That's one of the things I love about the skateboarding culture.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have like two. There's one really nice skate park, about 2 miles away, and then they had another one up the road at the rec center, and it was just like basically a converted tennis court that people had put like some pipes and stuff to grind on, and it was like all the kids would hang out at that one, and there was nothing there to actually do, and they just last year decided to put some concrete and do some half pipe stuff and actually turned that flat into a little mini skate park, which is kind of cool because
Right.
that's where everybody was hanging out anyway.
Right.
So
Nice.
yeah, they just finished that one up not too long ago.
Yep, you're right about that, John. I do the same. I love, and actually, you know what? Skate videos is kind of what exposed me to a lot of new music too, man. The different because the skating community has always been an eclectic music scene as well. But I'd always love watching like the old 411 skate videos. If you remember those, that would have you know, every skater's got his own, 2-minute soundtrack basically. That's where I got involved with learning about a lot of different music. Reading Thrasher and uh what was the other skate magazine? Trans World, right?
Yeah, what gets me is the downhill skate videos, man. Those guys are insane.
Woo!
I like
Oh,
watching
yeah.
them, but yeah, you won't catch me doing that shit anymore.
Right. No, man. Are you talking like the dudes that are on, like literally bombing like around like the highway and the S curves and
Oh
like
yeah,
leaning with their hands
that's
down, touching the
yeah. Those guys are insane, man.
they are
And
insane, man.
I can respect it if that's your adrenaline rush. That's awesome. But when I was living in San Diego, there was a road, and you can look it up. It's called Ranger Road. It was like one of those back and forth, just S turns all the way down the mountain. and they actually filmed like one of Tony Hawk's first downhill skateboarding videos. And I was there. I'm like, what are they doing? They got all these guys following them in golf carts, like this whole production, and they were actually shooting for the video game because it was such a popular downhill spot. Like they just,
Yeah.
it wasn't a very traveled road, so they just closed it off at both ends. These guys would just bomb down this thing. It was crazy.
Yeah. John, I've seen you showed me some of your videos. John was legit skate, dude. Like no joke, man. I've seen some footages that he's posted before, and yeah, John's sick.
Yeah, chicks and herbs, and I don't know. That wasn't me. I got my driver's license, so I was like, I got better stuff to do.
Right, right.
I hurt myself in my 20s a few times, and I just decided strapping wood or fiberglass to my feet was not a good idea because it hurt and took a long time to recover, especially when I started to get older.
You ain't wrong there, Eggs and Ham. Those videos of Rodney Mullen versus Daewon Song are amazing. It actually Daewon Song is still one of the, I think, the most innovative is one of the most innovative skaters out there, man. I love, if you follow Daewon Song, he'll literally take a chalk, take a piece of chalk and draw a line on the pavement, and then do 1,000 tricks off of treating that line like it's a rail. Just again, the innovation that those two guys between Daewon Song and Rodney Mullen are insane. Yeah, Javon, the open road boarding. Sorry, man. Better have a reliable shutdown slide, right? Yeah, shutdown slide. I knew what you meant. Yeah, Chad Muska.
No, shutdown is just as effective. I know.
But hey, actually, so I guess I was speaking about my daughter earlier. I did get a text message. She was going to be staying at a friend's house. I just got the dad. Can you come get me? So
hey, no, do it. I know we're 3 hours at this point. So
yeah, I guess we are, man. It's so easy for these to go long, man. You just love talking.
So. Anytime, like I said, man, I got no problem hopping on chatting whenever. It's I saw your thing pop up when I was on my way home. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Definitely need to do this more often. Again, lives are one of my favorite things to do. I can talk and ramble about a knife once in a while, but talking and having an actual conversation with buddies is way better. So, but yeah, dude, I appreciate you hopping on, man. Appreciate all you guys. It looks like there's still 24 of you out there, man. Appreciate each and every one of you. Yep. Hey, Hollywood. Hope you feel better soon, brother. EDC Oz.
And guys, I apologize if I don't respond to people in the chat. If I put the chat up on my screen, it covers the whole screen and I can't see anything else. So it's like I can either watch comments or just watch them as you pop them up. So, but sometimes I'll go back and watch the live stream and be like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, that's one of the hardest things about lives is having a conversation and then still paying attention. You don't want to ignore the chat, so.
Right. And I feel bad. It's like I'm.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah,
I definitely appreciate all you guys hanging out for sure.
For sure, man. Let's definitely. Hey, we'll be talking again soon, man. So, all right, dude. Well, yeah, I will talk to everyone soon. Hope you all have a great rest of your night and deuces.
Awesome.